What's up, everybody? It's your
All
boy
right.
Kenpachi. Um, Back at it again for Kenpachi's Room, episode 28. I had to close my door real quick. All right. We have some usuals.
That's all
Like,
we got are
but
usuals.
yeah, we use. I need to, man. I need to get new niggas on here. I need to.
They don't say nothing,
I
so
need.
fuck them.
I need to
But
stop.
when they do say stuff, they don't be pulling up.
Hey, what the fuck, chef? All right.
Y'all stuck with me.
Continue.
You're right. You're right.
Remember what I said a few episodes ago. Only those who answer the call will be on here.
Hey, you're right. And I be putting the call out, but niggas don't be answering, so you know. That being said, we do have one more person pulling up later. Um,
If he makes it on time.
if he makes it.
He does live in New York,
He does?
doesn't he?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I don't know. But
How long you been paying attention?
Nah.
I don't really be care where niggas live, but
What's this?
all right. Hey, thanks, Coates. All right. So
Got you, man.
got the usual suspect Blitz. Blitz, say what's up to the people.
Hey, November 25th. Save the date.
Yes, sir. That's probably when I get back on the game. But
And I mean, yeah, that's kind of what I'm waiting for. Like I was
I'm
like,
sorry.
should I
What's
play?
November 25th?
We'll get to it.
we'll get to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'd also like to say I'm very excited because yesterday was a certain anniversary, and I got more than I bargained for.
Oh, can I see the clip? I never got to see the.
I don't think I ever clipped it. I didn't.
Damn.
I'd have to go back to the VOD. But
Damn.
man, that made my day. But anyway, we move on.
All right. Chef, say what's up to the people, bro. Chef,
I'm gonna say
That
my
sound-
piece for it. We gonna get there. We gonna get there. I'm gonna say.
That sounds about right.
you gonna say
I'm
your
saying-
piece? What you
Oh,
mean?
you want my opening statement?
Yes, bro. I'm not opening with rapid fire, bro.
No, I wasn't opening with it either.
Which? All right, bro.
I was not about to open with that either.
Oh,
no,
shit.
sir, not me. Hey, shout out to Disney Plus though. Shout out to
Alright,
Disney Plus.
Hey, yeah, that's been. I bet you niggas' productivity has gone downhill, way down. That's coming.
Hey, for a good reason though.
When does Mandalorian come out again?
Every Friday.
I bet. Damn, I wish it wasn't until the end of the week, but it's worth the wait.
Yeah. Is that all you got to say, Chef? Or
Yeah, shout out Disney Plus.
feel that. And our guest, we got Darth Johans. Say what's up to the Johans. I'm sorry.
Johan.
Johan.
Say.
Johan say. I'm sorry.
You know
I'm
my
sorry.
name.
I do. I'm stupid right now.
Amen.
Say what's up to the people, Darth. Nigga.
You didn't even try, yo. That's crazy.
What up? What up? I'm just ready to talk shit. Let's go.
Yeah, me too.
Yo, that's the first topic, bro. That's the
Yeah,
first
I
topic, bro.
figured let's just get it out the way now.
Let's just go ahead and jump into it right now.
All right,
Let's get
so
to it, man.
Google Stadia dropped, and boy,
Yesterday.
we were yeah, it dropped yesterday. We were the forefathers of its demise, and
The Four Seers.
foreseers, forefathers, all of that. We predicted
All
it.
that shit.
All that. We seen it coming.
To be fair, I feel like a lot of people predicted it'd be DOA, and it just turns out when you're right, you're right.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
it's, man, it's a beautiful sight to see such a disaster. I must say, as a disaster enthusiast as myself, um, this brings joy. This brings joy to my heart and my eyes and my ears from all the complaints of dying content creators that base their career on Google Stadia. So, that being said,
I certainly hope not.
GG to y'all niggas that bought this shit, cause man,
Yeah, where do we
y'all
start, yo?
stupid.
Oh, let me
You
let me
fucking
go ahead and-
stupid.
Yeah, where do we fucking
Let me
start?
Let me start at the beginning for y'all, bro. I remember the very first conference they had for Google Stadia. Young Bull came on the stage. He's not a gamer. That's exactly what he said. He's not a
I
gamer.
remember that. I remember that. And I was like,
Yo, you think it's
okay.
gonna go from here?
All right, let's be
How
cohesive
you
about it.
spearheading the project and you not a gamer, bruh? Like, what are you
Oh
doing?
man. Oh my god.
Oh no no no.
Oh man,
All
shit.
right, so
But yeah,
yeah, go ahead, Blitz. Go ahead.
I
Jesus
mean, I was
Christ.
just gonna say, like, I mean, hell, where do we start? So first of all, this shit came out yesterday, Tuesday. Um, and I believe pre-orders for the what is it called, the Founders Edition went
Yep.
out.
Founders and premium.
They were became available what, like in May, June, July, or something like that, and
June.
something like that. So basically, you were able to pre-order the Founders Edition like 3, 4 months in advance, and it was supposed to come with all this stuff. And then we started hearing like a week before the release is some people may or may not be able to get their Founders Editions day one. Like, first of all, like, hello, like, doesn't isn't that the whole purpose of a pre-order, to reserve a spot for that said product before anyone else?
Nah, you
Like,
reserving a chance, my man.
turns out, yeah, some people did not get their Founders Editions day one.
They still don't have it today either.
Oh, on
Nope.
top
A
of
lot
that,
of them.
some people still don't get their access codes
Damn.
Access codes for what exactly?
to actually use Google Stadia. You have to have a code
Damn.
to use it.
A
And some
code?
people,
Is
yeah,
oh, like the activation code or something?
yeah. So, and
Oh hell.
on top of getting a Chromecast Ultra that's required because the old one can't be used with it. You got to get the new one. Some people still don't get their codes to activate the shit.
Wow. Shit.
You know,
Well,
I'm a mute us.
Now the people not getting their Chromecast is that makes sense because I mean you can't really. It's sometimes shit gets jumbled up when you're trying to mail something, but a code.
a
That's
digital
not
code.
something.
a
Yeah, that's
digital
not something
code.
I can't place. Like, why? How can you not send out a code? Or how are you missing
Especially when
codes?
it's probably people with Gmail that got the codes too. So that's their proprietary email service. There's no
That's
excuse
their
for that.
yeah, that's their ecosystem. Like, the fuck?
Yeah.
Y'all supposed to be protected from that kind of shit. Um, but yeah, that's the first part. And then let's talk about the people that actually did get their hands on the shit. Like, can we? There was. I've been seeing some very consistent remarks. Like, I've, there's probably been, I don't know, I probably looked at probably 8, 9 reviews, from like Forbes and PC Gamer, um, IGN, pretty a lot of the bigger publications that are out there, and they all say the same thing. Yeah, it works, but not very well, because it's like everything we said. It's laggy. It's fucking first. It's the connection, like whether it's wired or Wi-Fi. It's just like it's laggy as all hell. The input delay is super noticeable. There have been a couple. I have seen a couple reports that say otherwise. Like, actually, they said it's pretty good, but I feel like it's spotty, and I feel like that's exactly what we were talking about. Like, it's gonna work fine for some people, but I feel like for the majority of everyone, it's gonna be, like we thought, laggy and unresponsive and all kinds of stuff. Oh, speaking of which, there was a oh my god, someone posted it in my BDO Guild's Discord. There was a someone took a feed of them playing Destiny 2 on Stadia, and it was less than favorable. Kenpachi, I'm gonna put this in general. Pull it up on Discord.
All right.
Um, all I will say is, those who have epilepsy, don't watch
Oh
it.
God. Yo,
What a
what is
warning.
this?
Yeah,
What a warning, yo.
Yo, yeah,
What is
swing that to the main
this?
monitor. Swing that to the main monitor.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have a question for y'all about Stadia.
Yo.
So on top of actually paying for Stadia, are you are y'all okay with them actually still charging full price for the games?
No.
Absolutely not. What the
I'm
fuck?
not okay with none of that shit. Don't ask me.
You mean to
Because
tell me I paid $130 for a game streaming service, and I still have to pay for each individual game I want to stream?
yeah, because you got to pay for the subscription monthly as usual,
And
and then
that's
you
what,
still got
like
to buy
10?
the
That's
full
like
game.
$10, right?
Yeah, and
Okay.
they got the base version whenever that's coming out next year, which is free. So I guess the service is free, but The people who wait.
I
Oh,
mean,
people who's paying get better quality and shit,
Yeah,
yeah,
they
but
get 4K
4K and all
HDR.
that stuff.
The
Yeah,
free
which is
service
not
only
necessary.
streams up to 1080p.
Which is
which
still
is
not
fine with
necessary.
me.
4K is not necessary. 1080p is all you need really with streaming
I
games.
still don't know any people that have any 4K mon. But yeah, but look at that Destiny shit, bruh. Like, look at that.
Yo,
What the fuck?
That's like
what?
there's
That's
literally
Destiny 2 on Stadia.
you can see like sections of pixels that are just not there. That's baffling to me, yo.
It's full quality.
Yeah. So, but I
Oh
mean,
man.
it's not all bad. Like I said, there have been some testimony of some positive things.
Hey,
Like,
Just to actually, that I think that article that we referenced actually does a good breakdown of it, like the good, the bad, and the ugly. I think the good. This is from Forbes. The person that reviewed it said the good over a wired Ethernet connection, streaming feels a lot like local play, which is good, I suppose. Stadia controller is solid and well built. I will say that, like, I do think I do like the Stadia controller. Like, it looks like it's like a hybrid of like the controllers from all three consoles, the Switch, Xbox, and PlayStation,
mhm.
because it's got some layout for PlayStation as far as like the analog sticks, and then it's got like the button layout, face buttons like Switch, and it has like the Xbox One's size or the controller size, which I personally am a fan of. So I do like the
Oh, it
controller. So
has the
that's one
button
positive.
that has a button that doesn't do anything yet.
What button?
The Google Assistant button apparently doesn't
Oh
work yet.
yeah, but yeah, it doesn't work. But let's talk. We're trying to talk
Bruh.
about positive.
Oh, true. My bad. It's just it's hard, yo. It's hard.
I know, but like there is some positive stuff. So I do like the look and the design of the controller. So that's good. 4K streams on Chromecast look very sharp under ideal internet conditions. So it's very situational, but if the situation is right, then it does look and work as intended. So at least there's that. And the last bullet under the good, starting games without the need for a download is pretty neat. Huh? So
Hmm.
that's nice.
Yeah,
After you paid $60
Mm.
for it, but you don't have to
that's not
install
the
it to
subscription.
anywhere. So that's nice. I mean, um, and then yeah, we just get back to the bad. Wi-Fi performance can be extremely inconsistent, naturally. Chrome browser streams are limited to 1080p for now and look worse than similar resolution running locally.
Damn.
A vast array of missing and coming soon features like Johan said, the Google Assistant. I think like the game share and the stream share that they were talking about on day one when they revealed the shit. Like, hey, if you're a streamer and you're watching your favorite streamer play this game, hey, you can join them and play this game with them if they so choose. Yeah, that's not even nowhere near ready. Um,
Oh my
Upfront and monthly
god.
costs don't provide much savings over console, which can do in-home streaming, mind you. So yeah, because if you look at the grand scheme of things, everything that you pay for when it's all said and done for Stadia, you could have spent that money on a PS4 Pro and do pretty much the same stuff that you need for like it's not that big a deal.
Eh,
So yeah, like I said, there's been some testimony of some positive things, but overall, yeah, it's kind of going like we expected. It
now did I
blows.
read correctly that they made the controller gender neutral?
Oh
Yeah,
man.
here's the
But
thing about
all right, hold on. Before we get into that, we have the guest, Aaron. You know, say what's up to the people.
Howdy.
All
Hi, Aaron.
right, Aaron.
How's it
How
going,
you doing,
buddy?
Aaron?
How you doing?
Cool.
Doing
Sick,
good.
but we here.
I feel that. I feel that. I feel that. All right, now on to this gender neutral.
I'm not understanding.
Um, yeah, Bliss, you go ahead. You already started. Go ahead, my
uh,
man.
well, this is something, and actually, Johansen can keep me honest on this. He's the one that linked it. So I guess there was like a wasabi color controller. It's like a light greenish controller that apparently that is both liked by men and women. So Google says that's gender neutral, and hopefully it will get the non-gamer crowd, aka women and other people that they feel don't play video games. Hopefully it'll get them to buy their platform because it has a green controller.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it was based off the
Hmm.
color?
Yes.
I
And
kind of
size.
oh
Oh,
size.
hand size too? Is it
It's
smaller?
That's
smaller
what I was
too.
talking about.
Hmm.
Oh, I kind of get the color thing because that is something I've taken some child developmental courses. That is something that they in like the newer wave of like development to like kind of like pull people away from like trying to use blue and pink to like engender babies. As soon as like they're out, they use like yellow and greens. I don't mind it.
Yeah, but the controller, the
They
base
could pick a
controller.
better. I think there are better
yeah,
colors.
I
than
get
that.
I get what they were doing or they're trying to go. It's just I guess that particular headline could have worded it better.
And like, yeah, you shouldn't just be like just throw it out there like that. You see, it's supposed to be like a subtle kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
So.
I'm all for like gender neutral stuff. My biggest problem is like the servers don't fucking work, bro. Like that's not what you need to be focusing on right now.
High key, you gotta make sure. Yeah, I
Gotta
don't know.
make sure your founders get they.
And my thing is, yeah, like he said, like I don't care about the color of the controller. Like if it looks cool, hell, I buy a pink controller if it looks cool.
Absolutely.
Like it don't matter to me. But,
I have an Xbox controller that's like almost the same color scheme as that.
Do they glow in the? Does it glow in the dark? It looks like it should. I'd be upset if like I got that and it didn't.
it didn't glow in the dark.
It looks like it's supposed to.
You think that'd be a selling pitch if it actually was?
I mean, it sell me a glow in the dark controller.
Hey, I'd be with that.
That would
I
be
mean,
hot.
Yeah. Like we all, I know we all have like the hand-eye coordination, but I think it still look dope. Be playing in the dark, and you like the controller there. Like, oh,
I
yeah, are you playing in the dark? You
It's
looking for your
second
controller?
nature at that point.
I suppose.
Yeah.
Nah, playing on PC, it kind of fucked me up a little bit. I don't think I could play a first-person shooter the way I used to.
I mean, yeah. I mean, for just for an FPS, I'd be using I'm on mouse and keyboard, so I've ascended. So,
And now we're about to have like this input lag. I'm not sure if we can do it on the Stadia.
bruh, I saw somebody streaming Mortal Kombat 11 with that shit or like demoing it on Stadia. Bruh, there was like a 3 second delay between Scorpion when he hit the punch button and when Scorpion threw the punch.
Oof.
I was like, nah,
Yo,
that would drive bands nuts.
I'm trying to see that though.
I mean, I would say
Yo.
that, but I wouldn't try to play that.
That
That'd
nigga
be
would
ridiculous.
explode through his basement.
Shout out Jordan.
Yeah,
Camera
shout out
gun.
Jordan, bro. Shout out Jordan.
Oh, can we also talk about the lineup, the games lineup
Yes.
that's available for the Stadia?
Oh,
I was
Let's
about
talk
to,
about
I was
that.
about to go through that real quick.
Yeah, go ahead. Bro,
Well,
go ahead.
because did we talk about that last stream or
I think
We
we
did.
talk-
We
talk
did.
about-
Yeah, but there was a change
Information
since
has
last
been
stream.
yeah.
they
Yeah.
increased it? The shit that was supposed to come out later, they actually put in now. I
they
guess.
pulled the 10 games out of the asshole.
Yeah, because they wanted more people to go or get it. But
It's crazy. It's almost like they said that the other games needed more time, but I guess they didn't.
It's
No.
almost like those games were ready, but they were holding that shit back. But then they
It was
noticed, oh shit, niggas is actually not buying this stuff, so let's put more games out. So hopefully they'll buy it.
it was capping hard.
Plus, it's all games that I already own. Like it's like all three Tomb Raiders, Mortal Kombat, 2K, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. What else? Just Dance.
Yeah, Just Dance. They got
The input lag on Just Dance. That's tough.
How's that gonna work? They got motion
just-
controllers or
Just Dance is kind of fine with that.
How is that?
Whatever.
Yeah. How
like-
how is that gonna work though?
Kind of like, how's he
Oh,
gonna
no,
record
'cause-
your movements?
You play Just Dance with your phone.
oh
Huh?
right. I
Yeah.
forgot.
So,
I wasn't aware of that.
Samurai
They changed
Showdown
that
is
game
free.
a lot.
Oh yeah, Sam. Oh yeah, Sam Show.
You can get
As
that
well
for
as
free
Destiny
with,
2.
the Stadia Pro version.
That's yeah.
They honestly shouldn't have any
After last seeing all-
FPS games or shooter games or fighting games right now.
Borderlands 3 is coming there soon.
Oh my
That's
god.
the case, Kenpachi. They might as well have just not come out with this damn Stadia.
Yeah.
Honestly, they shouldn't have. But I mean,
I mean, we've said this. I've said this from the very beginning. It's a good concept.
It's
I think
niggas
it's
is
a good
not
idea
ready.
on paper, but like the U.S. in particular does not have the internet infrastructure to support what they want to do. Because I'm looking through the tags on Twitter right now. People are already getting charged for going over their data caps. So if you're in a
Bruh.
data cap region for Stadia, you're fucked, bruh. Because your ISP is
Bruh.
going to charge you out the ass. Because this thing chews through data. We all called this.
Niggas is
Yes.
getting the big bucks.
So
But there's some sales going on.
soon.
No, they actually have sales on the Stadia Pro.
Oh, already?
Yeah, Assassin's Creed Odyssey for one. They charging a $460 for it for whatever reason, but with Stadia Pro you get it for $30.
Oh,
Mortal
that's
Kombat
cute.
11 you can get it for $42. Tomb Raiders $10. Look like
Which one? OG? The first one?
The first one and the
Rise.
wait, what's the definitive edition?
That's just like the
It's like all the 4K textures and all that bullshit. It's the same.
and the
game, though.
DLC.
But it
And
ain't
the
gonna work
DLC,
on
yeah.
Google, so
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, it's just that Tomb Raider, the first one, 2013.
Oh,
Ah.
okay.
2K20.
Great game.
$40.
Great game.
Yeah, great game. I gotta finish Shadow.
I actually haven't played it yet.
I only got like 2 hours on it, and it was not. It was kind of buggy when it came out, but it was kind of a victim of what else came out around it. Like Spider-Man, it was out. Soul Cal was coming out that following month, so I was Tomb Raider was ultimate fell off my priority list. So
I will say that the only good thing from Stadia is the controller. Maybe.
I do
Even
like
then,
I wonder how it feels.
I
But
don't
like,
even know
because
about the
I do like
controller,
how it
bro.
looks.
The
Oh
way
yeah,
I
they
was
like
watching
presented it.
a Game Ranks review. They said it feels good. They said they didn't like it at first, but after you hold it in your hand for a little while, it just feels like a controller.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
nothing,
but
nothing in my opinion, trumped the Xbox controller. But
I
yeah,
don't know. The PS4 controller kind of
fuck that shit.
reigned supreme in my eyes. I don't know. I was holding the Xbox
It's just
controller
all down to
yesterday. I was
personal.
like, this feels disgusting.
it is the
You're
perfect
not
fit.
holding it right. Yeah, you're not holding it right.
Pause.
How else am I? All right. How am I?
Uh,
How else am I supposed to hold it? Pause.
I'm
I don't
sure
know.
you. Pause.
Stop.
oh,
All right.
Hey,
You gotta
So,
bruh.
grip it. All right, never mind.
Firmly grasp it.
Yo.
firmly grasp it in your hand.
so Stadia.
Mm,
Shout out,
yeah.
shout out to Google for yo
No.
because people even saying once they abandon it, which they probably will.
If it
'Cause
doesn't take
all the
off.
games that you buy through Stadia is going to stay with Stadia. But if they end up canceling the whole program, then you lose all those
Yeah,
games as well.
yeah, that's it. All that money you shelled out, gone.
So people better hope that this shit actually works, or
So
they
it's
start
almost like
fixing
they
it.
pigeonhole customers into a corner. It's like you better support this shit, otherwise it's literally a waste of money if it shuts down.
Yeah, a lot of money
Yeah, so you
because you
have
got
to
to pay
support it
for a
in order for
lot
it
of
to
shit.
stay alive. So it's like,
That's fucked up.
You low key got to be a millionaire to have what is this
For it
called?
to
Stadia.
run like perfectly as it's intended to, you gotta be ballin'.
well, there's this one YouTube channel I follow. They live in Philly, and like it's just it's a couple on YouTube. They do stuff. They got like 2 kids. They do day jobs and shit. So they're not like millionaires, but they do run a YouTube channel. And he said that it was running for him pretty effectively. But then again, he also lives in in a region where there's no data cap, so he doesn't have to worry about going over like certain things getting priority over Stadia and shit like.
Right.
Oh, can we talk about that too? So apparently, there was someone that was saying, I don't know if it was, I don't know if it was PC Gamer or PC Games N, one of those places, but they were saying that, yeah, don't have any other devices connected to your internet while Stadia is running
Yo.
because it'll fuck up the quality. It's literally like how back in the day, how dial-up used to be, or like the early days of the internet, where like you couldn't pick up the phone or make a phone call while you were online.
Yeah.
That's literally
My
what this is.
grandmother would do that.
My dad would
She
yell at me
would she
all the
would
time for that shit when I was a kid. Like, boy, I need to make a call. Get off the internet. Yeah, this is what Stadia is doing now, because it'll throttle your your internet connection if you have like tablets and other things connected to it. Like, yeah, don't like you can't be trying to play Stadia and then like someone else is like streaming Netflix or something or Disney Plus in the other room. You can't do that because Stadia will get fucked up. So
you know you know what?
so yeah, great service, guys.
It was cool in theory. It
And
was.
It
it is
it
a good
really
idea.
it's
It's a good
it's
idea.
really good. It's a really
Like
good
because
idea.
like
that I do think it is the future. It's a future option for video games and playing them in the future, but we don't
But
have the
niggas is
infrastructure to
not
support it right
ready.
now. It's not
no,
ready at all.
it's like just Stadia's not ready because remember
I think them too. Yeah.
Sony's been doing this for years. Like when it came out, it was trash, and over the years, it's gotten to the point where people are saying like it's very
And
playable now.
you know what it is
PlayStation
now?
now is great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, even though they're getting rid of it soon. But I feel like another layer to this too is fucking Stadia. Google probably felt rushed to get this out because XCloud is coming out pretty soon, and that seems to be more well put together than Stadia is, based on
Hmm.
what they've shown. So yeah, it's just unfortunate because like I said, all the testimony says it when it works, it's cool, it's all right, but more often than not, this shit is big doo doo. So
Big doo doo. Yeah. It's I have a theory, but I'm not gonna say it now.
Yo,
why
I'm gonna
not?
say it after.
give us that
Hey,
theory,
listen, this is the Google Postmortem show. Anything that needs to
Nah,
be said
nope,
about Stadia needs to
nope.
happen now.
bro.
It's
Give us
this
that
is
theory, bro. What you mean?
it's alright. Fuck it.
What you holding
So
Does
out
it
for?
have anything
What
to
could
do
you
with the marketing
possibly
of the
have to
controller?
gain to holding out on it, bruh?
you right. So you know how like couple what was it last year or year before that? We had that whole internet scare where it was like, oh, they're about to take our like our rights online or something like
Oh, net
that.
Oh,
neutrality.
Yeah,
so
Yeah,
pimp.
HIPAA?
net
That's
neutrality and stuff.
that's still a thing, by the way. That's still an issue.
Yeah, it's still going on. It's just not as hot for because niggas have attention span of flies, but um. So I was like, dang, ISPs or internet service providers, um, they were okay. Correct me if I'm wrong. They were. It was gonna um, it was gonna help them out a lot, like just
It gives them free reign to kind of do
financially.
whatever they. Yeah, it kind of gives them
Yeah.
free reign to do what they as they please. They can throttle certain shit if they want. They can withhold you from seeing certain content if they want stuff like that.
Hey, Google Stadia was an ISP money grab.
I could see that
That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
because they can. Yeah, like I said, they can prioritize certain things over others.
And now that Google has Google Fiber and more people are starting to use it, hey, these companies want their money, yo. They gonna get it. That's all I'm saying. That's just something off the top. I ain't really think of the details. That's just a broad thinking. But maybe, maybe that's what it is. I don't know. They were like, all right, y'all kind of soiled this plan, so it has to wait a little longer. But we gonna get ours. And looking at that Destiny 2 screen, it looked like they got theirs. I don't know. The niggas putting out duty. Niggas putting out dookie butter, yo, and getting money off it. It's crazy. Niggas is really getting played out here by companies. But you know who it couldn't be? Gen
Not
1.
me.
Gen 1. It couldn't be
I
Gen
mean,
1.
Gen One and all the other informed consumers out there, because I feel like enough people did the research to be like, no, this is a good. Again, it's a good idea, but I'm gonna wait on. I mean, and I keep going back to this because it's like ultimately I don't know if Google really knows who their audience is, who they want their audience to be.
They
It's like
brought out a non-gamer. Like, nigga,
they
what?
brought on not only that, but it's just like this system or this platform appeals to those because the whole appeal is, oh, you don't have to buy a home console to play AAA titles and all the best video games and the hottest games that are out there. But it's like, first of all,
If you're
like
not a gamer, the fuck are you doing here?
the people that A aren't gamers or B don't have the money for say like a budget PC or or PS4 or an Xbox. What makes you think they're going to shell out the money for this stuff?
Yeah. I was like,
Because
something as unreliable as fucking Stadia.
because because in order, like, yeah, they're not going to have. What makes you think they're going to have the money for a stable internet connection for this to work effectively if they don't have the money for a PS4 Pro? Like,
Yeah.
I don't. And the other thing is too, like, yeah, they're bringing up all these AAA games that are some of them are more demanding than others, CPU wise and all that kind of stuff. Some are more graphically intensive than others. Like, yeah, but like it's like if they kind of missed the market on mobile games too. Like, I feel like this would have been perfect for like mobile games,
It
things like
definitely
that,
would have.
because those are the games that are more attractive to people that aren't hardcore gamers. Like niggas that don't game much. They're not really looking for Assassin's Creed Odyssey or 2K. They're gonna be wanting to play like Mario Kart online or something, or Pokemon Go or something like.
Niggas playing Clash of Clans, yo.
You know, I just
Which
realized.
is fine. You can play that, but it's just why
Yeah,
doesn't
I'm
Google
not
Stadia
saying this.
support that?
Yeah, I was like, it's not the shit.
I don't know. It's like I think Google has the right idea in terms of like trying to move the gaming industry forward,
They have a lot of
and
the
also
wrong stuff though.
yeah they I think they've gone about it the wrong way, and I like I said, ultimately I don't think it's not, no one's ready for this yet.
That
No,
niggas definitely ain't ready for prime time. Niggas ain't ready to compete with fucking Xbox and Sony, bro. Like, come on. Not even Nintendo.
especially
Niggas
with
not even
crossplay
ready.
about to become
Well,
mainstream. Like,
What was
you
about to
about to say
say?
something?
Well,
Uh,
Nintendo's is fine.
yeah, well, Nintendo's they're on their.
yeah,
They
they're
took
they're cemented. So it's like they niggas won't even
they
trying to.
took
They
yeah,
they never gonna touch them. But
they took their back seat. They know what they make their money doing.
Yeah.
And they stick to that.
Yeah,
And like I said,
foiling niggas like Aaron, but
Yep.
I'm sorry, I
but
have
no,
to say it.
I was just gonna say with crossplay even now about to become more mainstream. It's just like I feel like it's just bad timing for. So
Yeah, it's niggas not being smart with their money.
I
That's
don't
all I'm
know
gonna
if you
say.
noticed. Did you see Kaz's message in Discord?
Oh, nah, nah.
I mean, I think we've said everything that needs to be said.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We've been talking about it for like a half hour. So.
yeah. We
Yeah,
were
I'm
talking about
honestly
it before the fucking shit
Yeah.
shit
So
pulled up. Then.
like I
But
said, Google Stadia postmortem, good idea. Just not ready for prime time when it's all said and done.
yeah,
It can get better, but I just don't know if Google's going to have the patience for that because they have a track record of abandoning things when they don't do well out.
You guys remember Google Glass?
yep.
How about Google Plus?
Oh yeah, that too. Forgot that
Uh-huh.
was a thing.
Yeah.
Or you also got your Google Cardboard. It's just me.
Google Cardboard. What is it?
Oh no.
Yo.
Was that the
It's just
VR
Yeah,
joint?
Yeah. I still flip. I still boot that shit up every time.
right.
I say boot that shit up like it's a PC. It's a fucking box I put on my eyes.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Yeah, but I don't want to say I never want to see stuff outright fail, but it's just
No, I want to
this
see
had
this fail.
this had some issues right out of the gate, and it's just like you know it could no you don't want to see stuff fail because then it forces other companies to step their shit up too, and then we ultimately we get better products as customers, but
It's like it's true, but it's like better products did exist. As with like, but yeah, I know you said Sony now is about to close up shop on their end.
so I don't know.
It's I'll just sit back, eat my cookies and cream ice cream while I play on my PC and watch Disney Plus on my PS4. So
Without going over your data caps.
yep. So
For the most part.
True.
couldn't it be Gen 1? Couldn't it be Nerd Kenpachi? Couldn't it be niggas in Kenpachi's Room podcast episode 28? I know that for sure. Ain't that right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
I think let's
Yeah, we gonna get this shit out my face.
yeah, just I think it's buried now. We've all said our eulogies.
Yeah.
So.
Chef, you done? Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Chef, let me can I get you to say one thing?
What is that?
Can you say fuck Stadia? All
Shit's
right.
trash.
All right, bet. Hey. So,
That works too.
on to more exciting news. We have
Talking about exciting.
yes, have Soul Cal season 2 trailer.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna play the audio, but you gotta
I
have
mean,
some
you
of the
should just
visuals.
keep me. You can let it run, but just keep it
Have
low
it
so
low. All
it's
right.
drowned out.
So, so this is some of the new move sets.
Do you want the English trailer?
No, it's fine.
All right. Just in case I forget stuff, I'll just have it up on my other monitor.
Yeah. Bliss, you want to take this one first?
Do I? Yeah. So we finally got a release date for season 2 of Soul Calibur VI, November 25th. That is this coming Monday. Monday or Tuesday? I think it's Monday, right? The 25th. That is
a Monday. It's a Monday.
Monday. Yeah. Let's go. So yeah, that comes out the 25th. We finally got a release date after all the teasing and the anticipation by Bandai Namco. We appreciate that. It's actually crazy, bro. So actually, this they announced it. They revealed it like at 5 in the morning. I knew the stream was coming the night before, but when I saw it was gonna be like at 5 in the morning, I was like, bro, I'm not gonna be up for that. So it's like it's whatever. So then I went to bed that night, right? And then, bro, without even me having to like set an alarm or nothing, my body just knew, nigga, wake up. It's
Nigga
like
said
4:45.
arise.
I was like, oh shit. It's like that one episode of SpongeBob where Patrick woke up at 3 a.m. to have a Krabby Patty. That was me. Oh boy, 3 a.m. That's me. That was me. So yeah, a lot. This is basically they've redone a lot of the mechanics and a lot of things for Soul Calibur in this game. So you can see a new UI, a couple new stages. They've updated a lot of the. It's been a huge balance change across the board for everybody as far as moves go and balancing for all the characters. Actually, the patch notes came out today, and that's kind of been a hot button issue for the SoCal community. Kenpachi, I can't tell you if the Shangwa changes are good or bad.
They're probably not
Um,
good, so
but
I'll be using a different
the
character.
consensus from all the streamers and pro players I watched today, they said, eh. They pretty much all said the same thing. So it's just like, eh.
Wait,
Um,
for Zhonghua
for Shenghua
specifically? Yeah,
specifically,
see,
yeah.
yeah.
But like the winner, like basically from what I saw, the consensus winners and losers from the like winners would be like 2B, Songmina, Lord have mercy, I don't know why. Fucking what's another one? Taki, I'm excited about that. Taki was
Hey,
considered a winner, kind of in between. Like overall a winner. There's some things that were questionable, but winners again: Songmina, 2B, Nightmare, Astaroth. Losers: Killick, um, Raphael. I think I can't remember. And then the hot button issue was the Aswell changes because niggas have been calling for him to be nerfed into the ground since he's been terrorizing tournaments all over the country.
niggas
So
been
and they have some
damn.
changes, but it's just kind of a wait and see. To see. I mean, yeah. So it's just everyone just has to adjust.
Yeah.
Um, but
It's a needed change
what's
of pace though, for sure.
yeah, it's definitely need to change the pace. Like things, certain mechanic changes, like the ability to parry unblockable attacks. So like the moves that when the fire
Yo,
comes out and you
I'm
can't
so
block those.
ready, bruh. Oh my god.
It's easier to so the reversal edge mechanics. You know how like you could just like basically they took away the ability to spam it, and like the only way like you know how you would do reversal edge and then go into like a clash where you'd have to guess
Mhm.
what to do based on what your opponent does. This is basically like a giant game of rock paper scissors.
Mhm.
Um, they still have that, but the only way to initiate it is if you get hit by it. So you can't just like spam it. So if you're guarding
So you can't
an
break
enemy,
the. You can't just like press it out if you're getting pressed.
yeah, yeah. I mean, you can bust it out if you're getting pressed, but you have to
You
hit.
just have to hit. Yeah, right, bet.
You have to get hit by it. Like if your opponent blocks it, I mean, that's it. It's just like
Yeah.
a normal hit.
I mean,
But
I
yeah,
guess I can still break
clash
the.
won't. Yeah, the clash won't initiate unless you make contact. That's what that
All right,
change
bet,
is.
bet,
But
bet.
it's a welcome change because a lot of actually that's one mechanic that has kind of turned people off to this game. Versal Edge, that it will come out so much and it's just literally a rock paper scissors game. That kind of wasn't fair. So this is kind of like this kind of streamline some things. Um, so yeah, a lot of balance changes, a lot of UI and mechanics changes. The first DLC character Hilda will come out the following Tuesday. So the actual balance patch and everything else hits on Monday. Hilda comes Tuesday. Um, so that'll be exciting to see for sure. One thing that's gonna be kind of interesting, and it's just a case of interesting timing. So NEC is a tournament in Philadelphia. It's kind of like the last major tournaments of the year in the U.S.
Mhm.
and that starts on next Friday. I think it's Thanksgiving weekend. It starts on Friday, and by then season 2 will already be out. So there was a debate to where should tournament players stick with season 1 and play what they already know, or do you force them to play the new stuff, the season 2 that's only been out for like 3 days?
I feel like they should stick with the season one stuff since it's only
That's what I
been
was
three
thinking
days.
too. That's what I was thinking too. But there've been some other people that it's just like, you know, and someone like I think it was Sane that actually make a good point. It's like if you want to put your game out there and showcase it and uh, provide a new impression to make it exciting,
You
put
should.
out the most recent stuff out there. Just let it ride and make it exciting. You want more people to join and play your game.
Yeah.
So, which I can see his point, but like you said, I feel like from a competitive standpoint, if I was there, I'm like, yeah, I'd rather just like play with what I know and then like, give me ample time to digest and in season 2.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to. And then other people make a good point. Like I think Kayane made a good. It's just like it's not like there's no tour yet. There aren't like there isn't like points on the line for majors and stuff. Like it's not gonna be the end of the world if they pull out season 2 at the last minute at the
Mhm.
tournament. But like I said, I'm of the belief that from I want to have fun, but ultimately I want to win, and I feel like best chance for a good competitive atmosphere is to stick with what people are now. So just let them digest the new season on time and get ready for it. So, but we'll see. I'm in hell. I'm gonna watch it. Wait, we'll see what happens. But yeah, November 25th. Save the date. I can't wait.
Blitz, are you in the stream?
Yeah.
Who is this?
What?
What the hell is this nigga? Who is this?
Oh, that is Inferno. That is a boss character. He's unplayable in online and in tournaments. He's literally a boss character that's broken as shit.
Oh, so why is he showing up in the
I mean, this is just like the normal select screen. This is probably like the versus screen.
Oh, okay.
Like you can play him offline, but for online ranked in tournaments, yeah, he can't play him.
Oh, okay, got you. I was like,
But
yo,
if you look up Inferno gameplay, you'll think Nightmare, but on super crack.
super
Not just crack, super crack.
super crack. So like crack
Yeah.
Superman would take. I feel that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he's the final boss character of the game when you do the campaign, and he's broken.
He's super
As
crack.
literally broken. Like I'm not even kidding. That's not even
Hey.
bullshit. Yeah.
Fuck
So yeah,
yeah.
they just kind of reshuffled the select
Okay.
screen.
Yeah, I like what they did. It's a lot more. I don't know. I just like it. I like the change.
Yeah, it's definitely a welcome change for sure.
Yeah. I think
I'd-
also.
I'd like to add, you could also get Soul Calibur in this month's Humble Bundle.
There you go.
Yo,
Good time to
yo,
get- good time
Aaron,
to
when
get
you
ready
gonna
for
get
season 2.
sponsored by Humble Bundle, bruh?
That's what I'm saying, yo.
Man, been
Yeah,
putting
Humble,
up the Humble Bundle.
Put my man's Aaron, base
Put-
Aaron on. Put him on, yo.
Put them on, bruh. My man's
Man
been
be
riding for
dropping the
y'all
links
for
like nothing.
high key. My man's
He
been
be
riding
dropping
for
links
you
like it's his job, yo.
nothing, yo.
So, man, anything for that deal. Gotta pass him along. It's like
There you
goodwill.
go.
It's a real nigga, bruh. That's
Exactly.
a real
So, yeah,
nigga.
hey, Humble Bundle. If this video finds you, his name is Based Aaron.
Based
All right?
Aaron, bruh.
Give him a sponsorship.
Yo, hook my man's up. He hooking y'all up. All right.
Yeah,
It
y'all
ain't
know
been
the
hot for a
Otherwise,
couple months, but
otherwise-
you know.
Otherwise, we wouldn't know.
Exactly. So you heard it here. Humble Bundle. You know, get your Soul Cal, get your game on. You feel me? It's it's a pretty easy game to get into. I'm not gonna
It's
lie.
approachable.
Yeah, it's very approachable. It's not like a MK game where it's like you need to. It's not MK or like a Tekken game where you need to learn stuff if you want to be like, I guess I wouldn't say decent at the game, but like
It makes
If
you
you
feel like
wanna
a
be-
badass at times.
yeah,
I feel like compared to other fighting games, like this game does the best at making
because you can
casuals
get really
or
creative
newcomers.
with your
Yeah.
stuff.
Like this game does this franchise does the best in my opinion at making newcomers and casual players feel like they're actually doing shit because of the moves are so flashy and it's just fun. So
Yeah. So that being said, Chef, what do you think, man? What do you think? This is gonna drag you back into SoCal or
actually,
what?
Yoshimitsu was actually someone who actually got a big change too. So he might be
Mm.
top tier now.
Chef,
If
you
you know
might be able
like
to
that,
run.
most likely.
I might be able to
Huh?
run your fade again. I don't know.
No.
Oh, all right.
That was a definitive no.
Dang. So you're not gonna get back on the game, bro, or what?
Nah.
Damn, why not, bro? Why you drop the game?
Because I had other games I wanted to play.
Listen, Marvel Puzzle Quest ain't going nowhere, bro. Just
I
just
haven't
play,
touched that game in months. Yo, what are y'all doing?
bro. The Marvel games, all
Are
the
we just
other
exposing
games.
him, yo?
You, all right, they ain't going nowhere, bro. SoCal, all right, is getting better, and it's only going up. So why not? Why not, bro?
Yeah,
What the hell was that?
I just got mixed by this bots.
Wow.
Nigga sound like Yoshi. You know? But Chef, why not, bro? Why?
Good though.
Why you
Let
chickening
someone,
out, bro?
let
Come
someone
on,
go fork over the loot to get the pass for me. I'm good.
come on, bro. You let down the city.
I gotta keep checking to see when that's available because I'm buying that on console and PC.
You
Day
let
one.
down the city, Chef.
I can't wait.
You just gonna let down the city like that?
Yo,
What's wrong with you, yeah?
He said, damn, I guess so.
That nigga let down the city. Hey, guess who it couldn't be though? Me and Blitz. That's all I'm saying. Couldn't let down no city.
Uh-huh.
Exactly. Alright. Is that it for SoCal? That's all y'all gotta say? I know that's all Chef gotta say.
I'm trying to think if there was anything else. No, I think that's it. Yeah, November 25th, and yeah, Go buy it on Humble Bundle. What is it? Only like $12 on Humble Bundle, Aaron?
It's like either $11.99 or $12.99.
That's a cop. That's a steal. That is
Bruh,
a whole
What
steal.
else?
for a
I
game that's
might.
getting a whole new makeover. Come on now.
That's a whole
That might
steal.
be a
Yakuza
cop
as
for me,
well.
actually.
And you get Yakuza Kiwami and My Time in Portia as well.
See, right there.
Yeah, go ahead and get them games. You feel me? And get Soul
And
Calibur.
then
That's a
discounts
steal.
for the rest of the store. Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
that's a steal, bruh. That's a whole steal. That nigga Chef need to get on that, but you know he's scared. All right. Um, moving on, we have some Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Um, and the game. I'm gonna mute it just cause I don't know what you be saying in these streams. But
No, yeah, you definitely want to
That's,
mute that, bro.
that's
yeah,
probably for the best.
yeah. So on screen we have the man Johanse, uh, streaming some gameplay. Follow him on Twitch. He always be shouting him out himself
Yes,
out.
sir. Yes, sir.
So
Twitch.tv/YOHANC3. You know
Oh,
the
it
vibes.
changed.
Yes, I did. Did change.
hey,
Les Goats is
So-
dead.
damn.
Oof.
R.I.P.
Hey, it's gone but not forgotten.
Mm.
I'm probably still gonna call you goats. To be
Yeah.
honest with you,
That's okay.
It's
People
less
still call
syllables than
bands
you, honestly.
bands.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, I ain't calling that
His name
Neo.
he's not
I ain't
banned
calling
anymore?
that nigga Holmes. All right. Um,
Oh,
but
wait, he's not
goats.
banned anymore.
I mean, Aaron, he has different names for different fighting games like Neo Tokyo, FGC. And all. I mean, that's what he uses for games, but we all still call them bands.
Yeah.
We're not gonna call him
Okay.
Neo Tokyo on Discord. Fuck that.
Yeah. But
Or we just call him Jordan.
Yes.
Jordan Gummy. All right. Goats. What were
Hello.
your going into the game? What were some things that you were looking forward to?
Funny story about that actually. When the first like gameplay trailers was dropping and whatnot. I don't know if you want to start the stream from the beginning. I was pausing a lot to check stuff, but yeah, when
or
the first
skip ahead when there's more gameplay or something.
Mhm.
Yeah,
when the first like gameplay trailers come out, I was just like not at all excited. That shit was looking mad stiff. And I was like, "Hey, bro, I don't know if this is gonna be it." But I got really, really excited for the game. It was about a month before release when they showed some new stuff from EA Play, and they gave content creators a B-roll, like a 3-hour B-roll of like content they could show, and it was just looking mad smooth. Like we saw like how difficult the game could be. Like we saw more force powers and whatnot. We got like an idea about the story. So I was just going into it looking for a good Star Wars gaming experience because, as I'm sure you guys know, we haven't had one of those in a while.
in a hot minute.
So
Starkey.
yeah, I was very impressed. There are a couple problems, but I'll get into those later. The good stuff is you definitely like feel like a Jedi, and you feel like progression as like it happens,
So
which is
you
something I
you
really
feel like a
value.
growing bitch nigga. Is that what you're saying?
Basically, yeah. Full disclaimer: I still think after playing this game, Jedi's are bitch niggas. You can never catch me having force powers and being no pussy Jedi, but that's besides the point.
Absolutely.
That's facts.
Yeah.
Everyone
so,
wanted to be a Sith growing up. Nobody wanted to be a Jedi.
truth. But yeah, there's a skill tree right now on stream. I modded my second save because I didn't want to wait for him to be powerful again. So I have 989 skill points. But
Jesus Christ.
I like the way they showed the skill tree though. That's kind of cool.
yeah, it's like he like meditates just like a Jedi and whatnot. Which brings me to my next point. Like the game is so true to like the like attributes of being a Jedi. Like if you don't have patience during this game, you're going to have a terrible time, a really terrible time. The map isn't super easy to navigate. If you played like Metroid Prime and whatnot, the levels are built in like that kind of essence, I guess. There's a lot of backtracking, and like to just get places you have to walk. There's no fast travel or any of that.
Oh,
So
like Nier
it's
Automata then, because Nier
yeah.
Automata had notorious maps. Their map design was kind of wonky.
Basically, so yeah, you just really have to like focus, which is another attribute of a Jedi. You really have to focus on what you're doing. You really have to think about what you're doing all the time. The enemies, they are stormtroopers, so like they're mindless in a sense, but they got really good aim. And if you play the game on like higher difficulties, like you can get dropped by like 3 stormtroopers.
Mhm.
Yeah. So basically you just have to be really patient, and like you will be rewarded for your patience. You have to think about fights before you go into them. You will die a lot. The bosses are hard as fuck, which brings me to my next point. This game is really hard. I played it on the second to hardest difficulty my first time, and it was still like really hard. Like I struggled getting through it. I'm not like a Souls veteran or anything like that. Like I played Dark Souls, and I guess you could say I've played Bloodborne, but I got too frustrated to finish it, so maybe not. Um, but yeah, it's
Did you get
if
far in
you
that game though?
far enough to where I could have a conversation about it.
Okay. You played
Um,
Bloodborne then.
yeah, I never finished it, but it just reminds me a lot of that. I've heard that at like the lower difficulties, it's very forgiving and whatnot. So if you do just want like a Star Wars experience, then I suppose you could play it on like normal or story mode if you're not like big into like fighting mechanics. But after playing this, I think I'm gonna try and get into Dark Souls, and I might play through Sekiro, which I heard are like very
Hey,
similar.
Sekiro is that heat. I still have yet to finish it, but it's that heat, bro.
So that being said, the game definitely draws influences from a lot of things, like Sekiro, Dark Souls, Uncharted, especially Tomb Raider with the rope swinging and whatnot. It's basically just this like perfect blend of like super like critically acclaimed action adventure games. Um, so yeah, if you like that's your thing, like third person action adventure games, it'll be
Okay.
cool. You'll like it.
Uh, what was I about to ask you? Oh,
Damn,
in
that nigga
terms of
died.
in terms of the variety of the skill trees, I know they're all like force powers and stuff,
That
and
nigga died again.
Jedi only use certain force arts than others. So like how different are the different skills you can apply?
um, so you do. I guess this is minor spoilers, but like the game's been out for a while, so if you don't know this already, you're kind of just like not following the game on purpose. You do get like a double bladed lightsaber, and you get the ability to use dual lightsabers. So like as you progress through the game and like get those things,
Like dual blade, or hold up, like dual blade, like Darth Maul, or like you have
you
two of
get
them.
you get Darth Maul, and you get an attack where you can use two of them, like Star Killer.
Ooh, like
I might
ventures.
have. I
Yeah, I
might
was thinking
have.
Ventures too, Chef.
Yeah, so as you like get different lightsaber types and whatnot, your abilities change depending on what lightsaber type you have out, which like adds a lot of variety. In terms of force abilities, there's push, pull, force slow, which if you're not familiar with that, because most people aren't, it's like what Kylo Ren did at the start of Episode 7 to that
Okay.
lightsaber laser.
Okay.
What else am I missing? Oh yeah, and those abilities as you progress through the game do get stronger. So like at first, this nigga does like a one-handed push. It's like weak as shit. It can like stagger stormtroopers like off their balance. Then like you get a second push ability, and it's also a one-handed push, but you can actually like throw stormtroopers into places, like one stormtrooper into places. And then at the end of the game, you get a howling push, which can like throw multiple stormtroopers off cliffs and whatnot, which is really really satisfying.
Mm.
Um, so yeah, like once you get to the end of the game and you just start like beating niggas asses, like I said, like you feel the progression of being a Jedi. Like you start out weak as shit, you really don't got no hands. You throw hands with the final boss at the very beginning of the game, and you could just feel like how much more powerful she is than you. So I don't know. I just really appreciate games that take me into the experience, like immersive games. Which also brings me to a negative point. They were way too focused on making this shit canon.
Yo,
I
Really?
feel like what
I'm sorry. They bruh sent he sent a whole rocket towards you, bro.
you see me send that shit back.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
fault. That
uh,
shit was crazy.
no, you good, but
God damn.
yeah. So you could definitely just like feel power differences and whatnot. But the game's just way too focused on being canon. I feel like this game would have been a lot more fun if they just ignored the Star Wars canon. They just like came out and was like, "Yo, this isn't a canon game. We just making like a fun experience." You can't. There's no red lightsabers. There's no Sith powers. No Force
Man.
lightning. No Force choke. None of that.
Man,
See,
Um,
that's what turned me off from the game in the first place. I mean, I still want to play it now, but that's what turned me off in the first place. It's like I seriously don't want no more Jedi
I,
stories.
yeah,
I want.
it's just
I
way
I
too
was
want to be
focused.
evil.
I was like they could have done it too with just like the just from the skill tree alone and just what you're talking about what you can do with this skill tree. It's like, okay, if we have certain lightsabers and stuff, it's like, okay, why can't we unlock some of the Sith, I guess, powers or
but I
whatnot.
guess but I get maybe that goes back to what Goats was saying about it. Them focus on being canon too much. It's
Yeah.
like story wise, like you don't have to give me spoilers, but it's like, is there any kind of temptation to join the dark side at all?
Um, no, your mentor. I'm gonna try and keep this spoiler free as possible. Your mentor is an ex-Force user who cut herself off from the Force, and her struggle with the dark side is a lot more prevalent than yours.
Mm.
That sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't want to be a hero, be a bad guy.
yeah. Well, fortunately, you're not gonna find that here. But yeah, it's just way too focused on being canon. I wish that some of the animations are still, like I said, what turned me off from this game when it first was announced is that like it looked a little clunky, and they did do like a relatively good job of cleaning all that nonsense up, but a
It's
lot of
still
it's
kind of
still
there.
very, yeah, a lot of it's still
Inaccurate.
very clunky. If you like, if you're a big person about like technical issues, you might want to wait. This game has some fucking bugs. As much as I hate to admit it, there's a lot of bugs. Enemies
Game
be falling through
breaking
the
or
floor. Yes, game breaking actually.
God
Uh,
damn.
People be falling through the floor. You be falling through the floor.
and did you get it on
There
PC
was
or console?
I got it on PC. There's a bug that I experienced on my second playthrough where I literally could not travel to a certain planet. And at first, I was just like, okay, whatever. I don't have to go there right now. But I progressed through the story and it didn't fix itself. I actually had to fix it by looking up like a workaround. You had to walk into an area on a certain planet and like scan a certain thing. And at that time, it will reload like the files that it needs for the third planet. So then it started working. But that's ridiculous
Yikes.
that I had to do that. It is still an EA game. It's a good EA game, but it is very much an EA game.
Emphasis
Um,
on good being because Respawn was behind it.
yeah, which is another thing. They really let like Respawn do their thing here. I feel like this is them in like their top form. Like this reminds me of like how good Titanfall 2's campaign was, and just like their ability on making games feel fun to play, which is why I really like them as a studio. Like the game
Okay.
just feels really, really fun to play. And like you feel like a badass. Not at the beginning. You feel like a little weak bitch at the beginning, but
He still
again, that's
looked like
part
a
of the
bitch. I'm
story.
gonna be real
I
with
mean
you.
but like you said, the progression. As long as they make that feel like you actually
Hmm.
have done something with your time, yeah,
Yeah, they
that's
do.
gratifying.
They do a
Um,
great job on that.
but
But
yeah, I've got this on my wish list on Steam, so I'll take a look at it for sure. I was kind of
yeah,
hoping,
definitely.
when I was looking at gameplay before it came out that it was kind of be like, in terms of like gameplay wise and like the narrative and things like that. I was kind of hoping it would be not just like, but similar to Knights of the Old Republic, where you had, like, yeah, you're a Jedi, but you could be tempted by the dark side, so there might be some opportunity for Sith powers to manifest. But because ultimately, I think that's all most people just want at this point. It says we just want to be able to shoot Force lightning.
There's
I'm
Um,
trying to
actually
mind
a
control niggas, yo.
sequence.
Like,
I mean,
There's a
Jedi do that
sequence
too.
when there's a sequence when you're like touching an old relic. Again, I'm trying to keep this slightly spoiler free. But it shows him in an Inquisitor uniform with a red lightsaber, and like it's supposed to be like 10 seconds, but I literally just sat in that level space for so long, like swinging around like a red lightsaber at nothing, just to like see how cool like this could have looked.
Yeah.
And it just would have been so cool. Like I just wish the game wasn't canon and they let you actually.
Yeah, again, like you said, I feel like they focus way too much on it being canon because, like, from a gameplay perspective, if you gave the opportunity to choose how you want to play, ultimately, I feel that's what makes a really good, like a good game, become a great game. It's just like the kind of
Mhm.
freedom that it gives the player. So if you had the ability to kind of choose and customize how you wanted to go, and ultimately how the story goes, I feel like this would have been like maybe not a day one, but a week one cop for me. But like I said, it still looks interesting. I think I can get behind it. I'll just probably wait for a sale now, especially since there's some bugs that you mentioned that are game breaking.
Yeah, they are game breaking, but apparently they're aware of them and work
Yeah,
patches.
so
They
yeah,
patched a few of them up the other day. They dropped a patch.
yeah. So I'll
Um,
probably just wait for a sale.
yeah, I mean, that being said, like there's bad stuff, but this is still like I'm about to hype the shit out of this right now. Like this is one of my favorite video games of all time. Like, it's definitely my game of the year. Like,
All
I've
time,
never
huh?
Damn.
all time. This
Wow.
is the first video game since Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and there have been no games like before that I can think of in recent memory. I literally sat here, played the game for like almost 14 hours straight, went to sleep, woke up, came back, played the game. Like, no game has grasped my attention
See,
span
this is why I got to get you
this.
back on Nier. First of all, I got to get you. You got to get back on because what you described with Fallen Order, that's what Nier did to me. Nier took over my life when it came out. Yeah.
I'm still playing it. Yeah, I'm almost done with my second playthrough. The game came out 5 days ago, and I'm almost done with
Exactly.
my second playthrough.
So it's like,
It's
but
just
no,
great.
but that's positive though, because I think when this game was first announced, like a lot of people were skeptical on this. Like, yo, this looks like shit. So,
I was skeptical as well. I
Yeah.
did not think I was gonna like it as much as I did. Like closer to release, I knew I was gonna like it, but still, like I did not anticipate like how grasped I was gonna be by it. It's truly just an amazing experience. Like I said, it's the best Star Wars experience that we have. I'm gonna take it a step further and say it's my favorite Star Wars game that's ever came out. Force Unleashed 1 is a close second. Um, it's just a lot to do. It's the graphics are beautiful. There's a lot of exploration. My only problem is when the game ends, it kind
Yeah, I
of
was
feels
like,
like
is
there's
there
shit to do.
in game stuff?
There is. You can hunt down bounty hunters and you can go collect like secrets and chests and whatnot. That'll give you like more of a sense of the story. And there's like these legendary beasts that you can go find that aren't tied at all to the story, but that's all shit you can still do during the
is there
game.
New
There's
Game
no like
Plus?
no, and they need to add that. That's another
That's
complaint
the
I have.
shit, bro.
They need a
Most
new
games
game
like
plus.
this need to have new
And you
games.
know why? Because they said it's canon. That's it just brings me back to my problem.
Oh
Like
my god.
if you are sacrificing good gameplay mechanics for a
You know,
story, like you don't have the like you're not focused on making a video game. Like you're focused on making a Star Wars experience, which isn't a terrible thing, but like it's a video game first and foremost. It's a video game.
this might be fair. It might be unfair. I blame Disney for that. I feel like
This oh,
Respawn.
of
I
course.
feel like if Respawn had their complete druthers, they would say, yeah, let's just make a fun Star Wars experience. It doesn't need to be canon. Let's just make something fun for people to play that's Star Wars related. But I feel like Disney wanted so hard to, and I feel like this goes back to their fucking shitty movies they keep putting out. They're trying to make everything canon, so like if it hits, then yeah, Disney can champion that as part of the canon source material because all the stuff, all the immediate stuff they're putting out is garbage.
I just think Disney has no business messing with video games unless they're their own. Like
Yeah.
I understand Star Wars is their property and everything, but like goddamn, bro, this game would
Oh,
be
Disney doesn't do video games anymore.
shit. I could feel their influence in this one. What
Yeah.
they don't support Disney Infinity anymore or any of
I
that?
don't
I
think
don't know about
so.
that. I just know they license it out. They don't have a like.
They don't have a games division anymore.
Yeah, they don't have a hand in it. They
Ooh,
just
that nigga
license
got
the
blown up.
titles out and let everybody else do what they gotta do. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they still got some type of say in it, but they don't like have a full on development team for it.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
Does
go
Disney
ahead,
still
Aaron.
even have like games on like their website?
I don't know.
I feel
What?
like
Well,
Disney.
like
I
when
feel
we were
like
kids,
Disney,
how they had like mini games and stuff,
they had
like those little
Disney,
flash
like the
games.
Disney Channel Flash games. I feel like those should be on Disney Plus.
That yo, I'd be with that.
Bro. What the fuck?
I'd definitely be with that.
Ah,
That'd be
damn, they
crazy.
don't support Flash. Flash support ended though.
Rip.
Speaking of Star Wars, we don't have to make this into a whole discussion, but there have been more goats. I don't know if you've seen the more rumors about the test screenings for Rise of Skywalker.
After what we already talked about, or
Oh,
there's
Yeah,
more
no,
stuff?
after
bruh.
what we already talked about, it's not looking good, bruh.
Bruh,
Like I
What?
said, I'm not gonna bring it up because there's massive spoilers on it. But let's just
Hey,
say,
we could talk about it after, bro.
Yeah.
all I'll say is based on what allegedly is out there now, people were walking out. It was so bad.
It's that
I
bad?
heard niggas was laughing, yo.
Yeah,
Imagine
laughing
the
and walking
climax
out.
of the movie and people laughing at you.
Yeah, so yeah. Like I
Oh,
said, I don't want to turn it into a. We can't talk about it without there being spoilers. But
Yeah.
it's. I think it's Star Wars is in a very strange place because on one hand you've got good things going for it like Fallen Order and The Mandalorian, but then you've got shit like Rise
The
of
movie.
Skywalker, the movies. It's just like it's in a very strange place. So it's like there's some good, but there's a lot of bad stuff.
Yeah.
it still might be good. We don't know how it's gonna turn out, but
I mean, yeah, it might be good, but everything that I've seen, and at this point, I don't. Especially after the last couple movies, I don't trust this iteration of Star Wars anymore. I don't trust Disney. I really don't.
Fair enough. I feel like which is also kind of relating to the game. They're gonna really most likely push that like mid section, like not light, not dark thing of like side of the force.
And you know what? I'm okay with that, but they have to execute it right, and I don't trust Disney to do it right. I really
Eh,
don't.
we'll see.
Yo, you getting your ass beat by these space rats.
But
Bro,
these
this is the
space like these
hardest
space
difficulty,
dogs,
dog, and these shits is ruthless. Yo, look at that nigga coming at me with the
fucking
blockable.
space Rottweilers, bruh.
Them niggas
Pretty
juking
much.
you.
There's these enemies on the third planet called Dathomir. There's third, technically fourth if you count the tutorial planet, called Dathomir, which is Darth Maul's homeworld for those who don't know. And there's these spiders, and they like spit out this goo at you, and when they die, like they like explode into these like puddles of the goo, and that should be doing damage, bro. Which is another thing, like enemy variety in this game is incredible. Like a lot of people in some reviews were saying that they weren't with it, but I feel like some of the reviewers may have not played through the game
That's
fully.
Those are the reviewers that said Sekiro needs to be easier.
Oh, so they
Right.
pussy. Okay.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Those
what
are
I
the
feel
same
like.
niggas that sucked at Doom that couldn't shoot in Doom
How the fuck you
Yikes.
don't know how to shoot in Doom?
when you don't play stuff.
Oh, true.
When,
You
when
said
you're just
IGN, anyways.
yeah, when you're just paid and you just have a title and you're just paid to talk about video games, you don't actually play them.
I feel that. Yeah, enemy variety is baller. There's all different kinds of stormtroopers. If you guys have been like familiar with the new canon movies, like those new types of stormtroopers that we've
Oh, word.
seen, like they're all there. Yeah.
I like this platforming part.
Oh yeah.
Damn!
platforming
Oh
is
my
really-
god!
What?
That scared the hell out of me.
Oh, you a bit ahead of me.
Yo,
Yeah.
you got eviscerated.
Oh,
I walked-
he wasn't
Oh
ready.
no.
That's actually this is the part that Jordan got stuck on. Not like getting through these, but if you'll see in a little bit, he got through to the end. And all you have to do is just like wall climb or jump on this thing
That's
and
what
like
he
get
was
to the
getting
next
stuck
path.
on?
Oh, the grates.
Yeah.
to
That's
the
not
right.
even
Yeah,
that's not
yeah,
even
and
a
he was like-
puzzle. That's not
he
even
was
a
like,
I mean,
puzzle.
I
I
don't
can
know.
kind of see because they don't make it obvious that that's a climbable wall.
Yes, they do. When you get the
Do
wall
they? I
climbing
don't know. I haven't
ability,
played-
they
yeah,
show you all kinds of walls that you can
Okay,
climb, and that is
I mean, I haven't
definitely
played
one
the
of them.
games. Yeah, I haven't played the game, so I can't say it's noticeable or not.
That shit is
Because
noticeable.
at first glance, I didn't recognize that.
You have to that's another thing. You really have to be paying attention to like
Oh, well,
what
yeah,
happens
niggas don't pay
earlier
attention.
on. Yeah, to what happens earlier on. It just plays a large part. The tutorials, like I just don't recommend skipping tutorials unless you played the game already. Like it's not a conventional video game in my opinion. So you're really just not going to be able to like
It's a
if
ga-
you're at your
I'm a-
boy's house and he was on like the last planet and he handed you the controller, like you probably getting your ass beat. Like I'm sorry.
It's a game. This seems to be a gamer's game.
Yeah,
that-
it
is
is. It is. It's a video game at heart, which is something you don't have to.
Oh
have to
God,
see
you missed
part.
that jump like a motherfucker.
Yeah, but it is. It's definitely a video game at heart, which is what I appreciate. I just wish it wasn't focused on being so canon. So I'm gonna close with saying overall rating 8 out of 10. They fixed some bugs. 9 out of 10. They gave
Okay.
us a dark side story. 10 out of 10.
Hey,
Yeah.
maybe that'd be a
Maybe.
DLC.
DLC,
Maybe.
bruh.
That would be
They already
hot.
said there's not gonna be any DLC.
God
Damn it,
damn
y'all
it.
don't like money then. Fuck y'all.
Dang.
Well, you know,
Well, now that-
Battlefront 2 happened. They're not trying to like come out the gate be like, yo, we
Oh,
got
what the
DLC
hell?
planned too.
Ain't no
Because
deal.
you know
Fair enough.
niggas gonna be like, huh?
Well, okay, yeah, good, especially for a game that a lot of people were shitting on when it first got revealed. That's good.
Yeah, it's great. In summary, it's great. It's a lot of fun. Favorite Star Wars game. One of my favorite games. Definitely my game of the year.
I think suffice to say, this is probably the best Star Wars game of this generation. Like if you could say like Force Unleashed was like best Star Wars game of last gen, this is definitely for this gen.
Oh yeah, because what else we got? Battlefront 1 and 2.
No.
Well, they better add
Well,
that
actually,
plus or
I've been
something.
playing Battlefront 2 for the
Battlefront
past
2 is in
days.
better
I like
state
it a lot.
now, and I
Yeah.
liked the beta when it came out. It's just it just got so bogged down by the EA bullshit that niggas ultimately stayed away from it.
They need to take this fucking license away from them. Like Fallen Order is a
really
cool
do.
game and everything, but like I don't know. I'm still not sold on EA being like the sole company that makes Star Wars games
And you
because
notice that the Star Wars games only get good when EA's not interfering because you said Respawn, they pretty much just let them cook, just like
exactly they
just
let
leave
them do
it
their
alone.
thing.
Yeah,
Hmm.
so yeah,
I wish
I
they
agree
just
with
let
you.
Dice do their thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's my piece on it.
I feel that.
okay.
I feel that. Aaron, what have you been paying attention to the news and have you seen the
Oh,
trailers and stuff? What are your impressions?
definitely interested. I have always been interested in, but I'm it's like its own like single player experience. I have other things to play as well. It was never like the highest priority on my list, but it's definitely like moved up a couple now that I hear it's actually like good.
Hmm.
I'm a fan of the actor who plays the main character here.
Oh yeah, he's
Uh,
Joker in Gotham, right?
she's Joker
Hmm.
and Goth. He's Ian and Shameless.
And he's
He's
dead.
also in The Giver.
You just had to put that
He's
in
the
there.
giver.
He's in The Giver. I think he's like
Oh,
the
okay.
friend of the in like the movie at least.
Oh,
Yeah,
But
The Giver was a good
sex.
movie.
That
um,
reminds me.
but
Another
yeah,
one of my least favorite parts of this game is the character.
Respawn
Oh,
they've had their
you don't like him,
Respawn has
huh?
had like
He's a
their
bitch.
Mm.
Respawn has like had their slew of like pretty good games so far between both Titanfalls, Apex, and now this. It's looking great for those guys over there.
They know what they're doing. They are
Sure.
gamers.
Okay.
What the hell?
Yeah, I'll probably wait for a Steam sale or something. Probably wait for the winter sale or whatever.
It might
Uh,
pop up in a humble bundle too. They got
Without
the
snitching on myself, I may or may not be able to give you my Origin login because it's an offline game. Uh, you can download the game and play it offline on my account if you do want to play it that bad. That's what I've been doing for Ty and Mitch.
Oh, I may allegedly look into that.
Yeah,
You've
that's
been
what I may or may not have
short
been
been
doing with Ty or
feeding on
Mitch.
$5 yet.
Oh
But yeah,
boy.
okay.
Yeah, I'm definitely put this on my wish list. Definitely looking into this game. Dang, this really could have been like the game of the damn decade if they had the Sith joint in there, bro. Like,
That's what
yo,
I'm saying, bro.
this
Like
game would have been 10 out of 10 off rip, yo.
the decade though.
I
they bring this kind of gameplay and you get to be like an evil ass nigga, yo. That shit.
The decade though.
I I think it would have been the decade, bro. If
Nah.
they had,
Yeah. Let's not be prisoners of the moment. Game of the year, sure, but decade. There's a
y'all don't
lot
think
of.
decade, damn.
I'm already putting this in my top at
Oh
least
yeah,
15 of the decade.
yeah. I can't wait. By the way, plug for an upcoming episode of the Kenpachi Room podcast. So New Year's, we're gonna be doing top 10 games of the decade since we're going to a new year, a new decade, 2020. And I can't wait for that. So
Yeah,
make sure y'all tune in.
that's gonna be a hot one.
I pretty much figured my list.
Wednesday, January 1st.
Yep.
So, okay.
Yeah, great game. Definitely recommend it. I could easily recommend it. I had a lot of fun with it. I'm sure you will too. If you like Star Wars, you'll like it. If you like Dark Souls, you'll probably like it. Yeah,
All
that's
right.
it.
I think that's all we got for um Fallen Order here.
You're getting my
And
ass beat.
yeah, you was getting sauced up, but you stuck in there.
I won that fight though, so it's okay. You could exit out.
Yeah. All right. So we have the Game Awards vote. Um,
Are
I
you
know
not
we
are you
have, huh?
just gonna skip over the whole thing?
What?
Pokemon?
Oh,
What
Aaron
do you
is
think,
here.
Aaron?
Mercy.
Aaron is
No,
here.
you forgot this
Man,
man was
I'm
here, bro.
so
You know
sorry.
what it is? You know what it is? He looks for video links. If there's no video link, he completely skips over.
I do. I do. I've said that before too. So that's my bad. Aaron,
All
my
right,
man.
All right.
I'm sorry, bro. It's
hold on.
Listen to how excited he is to talk about Pokemon Sword and Shield. Yep.
yeah, all that. So Pokemon Sword and Shield came out. And I know before it came out, you and Vince, um, were having some problems with it just from the business practices of
Niggas is hating.
niggas making the game. And some of the things that were taken out that was in the game and key features that the community loved, and now they're charging you niggas for it. So, um, being that you said before that you was like, I don't know if I'm gonna get the game, but you got the game. What you think of the game?
Right. So I didn't spend my money on it. My girlfriend actually surprised me with it.
Oh wow, that's
Oh,
nice.
oh, even better.
Yeah. Right. I guess like my opinion is that it's a Pokemon game. It's like I can't really say it's like great. It's not terrible. The core mechanics of a Pokemon game are very like fun. It's you catch like the tons of monsters that are in the game. And admittedly, you hardly notice that like they cut out 450 more than 450 niggas, but it shows up more like when like the competitive starts to develop. I've already come to accept it as like kind of similar to when like trading card games have like rotations where they need to like curb back the power creep, which was very noticeable in the previous generation of Pokemon. Uh, one second, because actually, just in case I'd like missed this, I was about to send Chef like a whole like text of everything that like most of my thoughts.
Oh,
Which,
that
which
man
I
took notes, yo.
yeah
But it says
Prepared.
now
yeah
you're
it's
playing
like
Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. What's going on?
how am I supposed to play Pokemon Sword and Shield on my computer, Kenpachi? You trying
I
to
don't. I.
Mm.
oh so yeah but yeah it's like there are a lot of things in the game that I do like, but it's very clear now that I finished it. It took me about 25 hours to complete it, and I caught about half the niggas in it, and that's half the Pokemon in it in that time.
You got a Diglett?
I did catch Diglett, uh,
True.
but and you can definitely see like towards the end of the game that a lot of it did feel that it was like either rushed or cut in order to, I guess, like maybe later on sell us like that next version of the game, or because of like time. Like the last two gyms pretty much aren't even there are like most gyms you guys have know that like Pokemon gyms like they normally come with like some kind of like gimmick or puzzle to like getting to like the end of it. The last two, the seventh gym is just like a straight line with a couple battles, and then the eighth gym is just a room with three other people who like you just take turns battling
All
for
right.
the gym leaders. Uh, the main team, uh, they go with like okay, spoiler section. They go with like a twist for the evil team, like kind of similar to the Generation 7 games, Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. But even like their plot line is very thrown in at the end because there's no build up. There's barely any, if any at all, build up towards it. It's kind of like, oh, you're about to have your championship match. Oh no, the evil Dynamax Pokemon is coming out of the sky. He's gonna eat everybody up. Oh, it's the darkest day. Help! And
Help!
then,
Help!
and then the guy's like, "Oh yes, I've been evil this whole time. You just didn't know. I was trying to build up the resources to stop it
Oh, I think
behind
I
the
know who you're talking
scenes."
about.
And, and you're like,
I have a
"What?"
question for you
He's
when
like,
you're
"I
done.
guess." Yeah, go ahead.
Is Team Yell the evil team?
Uh, no, team. They actually do something really cool with Team Yell.
Okay, I
It
was
has
so worried.
that has to do with like the seventh. They have to do with like the seventh Jim and Marnie a lot. I actually, as the one thing I do commend them is like I think most people who have played the game through they hate Hop, but they
Yo,
appreciate what
fuck
they
that. I already hate him. I'm sorry.
they appreciate what they tried to do with the characters, and for the most part, with Marnie and Bede, the girl rival and the jerk rival, I think they did like a fair job compared to previous games. Uh, I think they do kind of like baby people in terms of this trying to be in like an RPG. A lot of people say that a
Is there
lot of the stuff
a lot of hand holding?
there's a lot. It's very like on the road. It's very like on the tracks or on the rails for a
Uh,
game. They push you straight through like the whole. After like the first time I crossed they only make you cross through the wild area like twice, but I felt
The
like
big wilds with
I
like the
felt
Watts currency?
yeah,
Oh,
but
that's just funny.
I never really felt compelled to go back to the wilds to catch any stronger Pokemon because they don't let you catch Pokemon over like a certain level if your badges don't, if you don't have like the badges for it. So you're kind of like better off sticking to like just catching everything on the routes anyway. Uh, The game doesn't look terrible by any means. It's just that like compared to its contemporaries, like Super Mario Odyssey that runs at 60, or how great Breath of the Wild looks with all of like it, despite even though it does have its own frame drops, the game does look a lot better than Pokemon a lot of the time. And for the simple style does suit Pokemon. Like it does. We have people, most of us who have been fans for a long time. Like we're satisfied with like what we do have. But again, it's just like it could have been a lot better. Just like given by like its contemporaries. Uh, my feelings on the for the online are mixed. I enjoy max rate battles because like they do provide like a fun casual challenge that I can just join into and play with people. But the online is so ridiculously ass backwards. It feels like they did it on purpose just so they can like sell me something that makes it better later on.
Is that on Nintendo or is it on Game Freak in the way they
This would be
design
on
the
like game.
online?
This would be on Game Freak's part because I've played other Switch games that have like really good online.
Because
Like
Nintendo's online app and their chat app is, as we know, ass backwards.
the whole online for Nintendo is ass backwards, but it's like especially like backwards here. Um,
Hmm.
let's see. But yeah, max rate battles like the new thing. That's fun to play with friends. The whole everybody seeing people in the wild area, the daily things to go around and collect and battle. Those cool. Those are cool. I feel like people who were like Blissy did mention like a Pokemon MMO. This is probably like the closest we've gotten to it, and I can say it's a fairly enjoyable experience. But again, it's just like it still feels like the bare minimum because of like all the other things that they know that have worked and people have liked in Pokemon games, and they still chose not to they still chose not to implement them.
Mm.
So
Can't really respect that.
right, so it's like and it's because of that I can't say this is like a great game. I will say it's a good game. It's fair. I'd give it like 6.5 or 7.
Okay.
I liked
Um,
a lot of the designs too. Like I know Vince doesn't like Barraskewda, but he's become like one of my favorites. He's like the new regional
yeah,
fish. He's like a
I
dart.
was I was just about to ask what about some of the designs for some of the newer Pokemon because I know from later generations they were making Pokemon out of trash bags, light bulbs, fucking.
Yeah, they have, but no, it's like honestly,
Trash bags
out
and
of a
light
lot of
I'm
the
bulbs.
not kidding. There's a Pokemon I don't remember his name,
well,
but literally
that's
a pile of
yeah, it's
garbage.
what's his name, Garbodor.
Bruh,
Bruh.
No, Garbodor.
they was mailing it
Hey
in
yo,
that day on the
Garbodor.
hey
courier.
yo.
Wait, actually, it's funny you mentioned him too, because Garbodor actually got a new form in this called Gigant.
Oh hell!
The Gigantamax Garbodor,
So he turned
where
into a
he
giant landfill.
yes, he has like a train boat, like a plane flew into him.
What?
He's a monster, and you gotta take him out in one of the missions.
That's
Hey yo.
crazy.
Oh
What?
my
But
god, bro.
yeah, it's
I ain't never heard no shit like that. That's
I mean,
wild.
hey, you run up on him, he is a scary dude. But
That's crazy.
yeah, I'd say like of all the designs, I feel like in more recent times, this is probably one of the games that's had the most had like a higher percentage of like Pokemon introduced that I actually do like compared to like a lot of the other ones.
Hmm.
I feel that
Uh,
way too, although I'm not super far into it. I definitely feel that.
another thing is like they've made competitive like a lot more accessible. It doesn't take as much time to get like a competitive ready team, which I think will definitely like help like just I guess just extend like the life of the game, just making it easier for people to get into the
And
competitive
when you
side of
say
this.
when you say competitive, what exactly do they have set up?
Oh,
Like
so
PvP.
well, they always had like their online ranked battle system, but they're going to be doing a lot more with that this time, by allowing people to have by having like more online competitions and allowing like a pipeline for that to go into like their own like tournament circuit that they have with their VGC Video Game Championship Series.
Oh, they're trying to
So
make this like an esport.
right, that's part of the reason why they cut,
Uh,
and that's part of the reason why they cut the roster the way they did, I believe.
hmm.
They're trying to curb back the power creep, have like 400 people that like are more easily identifiable, less redundancies. Um,
Yeah, but
easier.
that curbs creativity on the player's part.
It does, but the way they did cut it up. They cut it up in a way that there's not like as much of an immediate power vacuum, or there's not like it's hard to say that there's specifically that things that were good that at least got a chance to stay are still going to be like as great as they used to be. For example, a Pokemon that was like really that used to be that was pretty good in the previous generations was Tyranitar.
I know.
Tyranitar was really good. He was the Generation 2 pseudo legendary rock dark type. He was like a massive tank of a Pokemon. Um, because of the new Dynamax moves and other Pokemon that have like very similar traits to him, even though he was like a powerhouse in the previous generations, he also did have like a Mega Form that he lost. He also lost his ability to use Z moves. He's not going to be able to just like take cement like a spot on a team the way he used to be able to as immediately,
So I
because of
think
like a lot of the changes they've done to shake up like the way the competitive scene is going to look at this time.
so. I think the one question that everyone wants to know is, what starter Pokemon did you go with?
Oh,
What's your
I went with
starter?
I went with the monkey, Grookey.
Hey, me too.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he's
Damn.
easily the best one.
Hey, when
Mhm.
I was gonna get that game, I was gonna be Sabo Squad, bruh. Niggas be hating on my man, yo.
Zabo was number 2. I have no I had to spoil myself by checking out the leaks. I'm somebody who likes to be informed when they buy products. Uh, it's like I feel like you can
Not
only
the
be
Stadia niggas. Anyways.
right. You could only be like leaks can only like harm so much. Just knowing doesn't really like kill a lot of the things for me because like there's still the part where you have to play it to like really know. And it's a Pokemon game. It's fine. It's fun. I have fun playing Pokemon games. It could have been a lot better, but it's also not. It's still better than a lot of other games that come out, in my opinion, at least.
So, what do you have they said anything about what they're gonna do for the future of the game, or how they're gonna
Going
in terms of
forward,
like adding things?
they haven't said anything about changing changing the way they're going to be doing what I'm going to be now considering roster updates, plus similar to like a sports game because that's what it kind of seems like to me.
Oh
With like
no,
these
Pokemon
rotations.
2K. Oh no.
Yeah, that's like what I'm like thinking with
Hey
like the
yo.
deteriorating quality, this crap online, the roster changes, the same game, same
What
game.
would be the Pokemon version of the park, yo?
Oh man, that's a good
Oh,
question.
that'd be
Uh,
crazy. Call it the gym or some shit. The rec league or something. I don't know.
oh, that might be the next. Oh man, that might be the next thing. Make your own gym.
Yeah, then niggas just pull up and there's like 4 to 5 different fields you can have like battles, and then you gotta get on the spot and wait your turn. Hey, yo, I got next. That's gonna be that's crazy.
Huh.
Um, the one thing I did see about Pokemon that I thought was funny and scary at the same time is, and I just put it in the Twitch chat, but you can pull it up on stream so the people can see. So apparently, when you're out in the wild area, the Pokemon they will run up on you, bruh.
Oh
That's
yeah, so
crazy.
this feature I only started like using like more recently. Yes, the Pokemon they see you walk past. Some of them will play with you. Some will like dance around. They have their own like program like set personalities.
Why niggas running, yo?
Even
Hey,
if you
cause
like you
that's
go
Lucario. He gonna pull up on you. Look at him.
even if like you go to like the new like Pokemon interaction feature that they have, the Pokemon camping, you can see like Pokemon playing around with each other or sometimes like trying to race. I had like
Yo.
my two new
Just
favorites
chasing
trying to
niggas
like
all
race
over
each
the
other.
place. Oh,
They'll
is
even
that other clip I saw where somebody was teasing Score Bunny with like a flower and he kicked him in the dick?
Yes. Oh, some Pokemon. I've seen one where Scorbunny will kick another Pokemon across like the field.
He be punting
Yeah.
niggas. Yo.
But
Yo,
yeah,
where are
Pokemon
these videos at? Yeah.
they'll also like fight
I
each
gotta
other.
find it. That shit is fun. I
Uh,
posted it in Discord a long
there
time
was
ago.
one I
This shit is
um
funny.
yeah
Nigga
again
Lucario said throw hands, nigga.
it's like there's a lot of good in it, but it's just like this. It could have been so much more, and it's sad that they didn't push for it. I just dropped the
He's just
link for
running up on.
I dropped the link for like the kick in general.
It's a long
So
ass
that
link.
was
God damn.
Score Bunny's evolved form Cinderace.
Mm.
Oh, and they're all the stars are based off like traditional
Bruh.
British things. Uh, Grookey's
Why
final
he
Evo is
just
based
kicked
off like
Togepi?
Punk Rock.
What's good with you? Why you do that? Damn, Misty would not be happy about that. Punting a whole Togepi.
The curry is whatever. If you were ever into like making coffins or
That's funny.
Pokeblocks, that's there for you to do.
That's funny.
Um, it is kind of tedious to traverse the open area. When you go online, there can be so much lag. It's ridiculous. Uh,
Huh.
it's
It
just
seems like yeah, now this out like it could be definitely be better, but I guess it's one of those things where it could be worse too.
right. It's like nobody expected it to be the worst games. It's just
It's just
I think,
disappointing.
you
but
guys already give us like
I think it
so
is disappointing because this is like this generation's core Pokemon game, and they've used track.
right. It's like they didn't really give us like as much like information because they wanted to keep a lot of it like under wraps this time around. But it's still like a very like
You
sour
hear
thing.
the disappointment and hurt in my man's voice, yo.
Is
You
it
should
worth
be
60?
ashamed.
I always thought Pokemon games were worth more than that because people who play them, they play them for like much longer than right. Even when the Pokemon games were like $30 and $40, people would play them for much longer than even like $60 games cost. And now that it's like 60, this kind of and for what I'm playing, I feel it's appropriate.
Yeah, free because you didn't have to pay out of your own pocket for
Oh, true.
it.
It's like would I have paid 60? I would have.
Yeah, I used to want to get this game, but then after I was seeing all the stuff that was coming out about it, and then I started thinking, am I really gonna turn on my Switch for this? I was like, nah, I'm cool. I haven't played a Pokemon game since Gold and Silver, so I've tapped out a long time ago.
All right, I was
You
watching
know, as long as people are enjoying it, which it sounds like they are for the most part.
yeah, about a lot of the more even like the most critical reviews that I've seen from people like Ian Miles Chang, I think, and like Jim Sterling have said like kind of similar things. It's
Jim
a
Sterling
Pokemon
hates
game.
everything.
No, it's like he does dislike it that they cut out a lot of his favorite Pokemon, but playing it, he has his gripes. Says it could have been better, but it's Pokemon. At the end of the day, it's still relatively fun to play. As like a fun gameplay loop. You catch what you think is cool. You get to train it up, grow your attachment to it, battle with it till whenever you're done with it. Just sucks that you can't like now they have this mentality that like oh we're just gonna like only let some people we're gonna have these borders around the games now. You can't bring your besties that you've had for all these years into like your new adventures in these different places. But again,
Yeah. All
Yeah,
right.
it's okay, bro. Don't cry, bro.
I guess it sounds like it's a very Pokemon Sword and Shield. Meh out of 10.
right,
It's a med out of 10, Aaron.
right, yeah, 6.5, 7 out of 10. It's good.
Damn.
It's not my game of the year, not game of the decade, not like. And I'm not trying to put like shots. Just like it's just the way that they made these Pokemon games. It's like they really don't try to
It's
like
like
make these
it's
like
like
the
they
best
can do
games they
better,
can.
and they know they can do
Man,
better. They
let
just
me
have.
make the game.
I'm telling you, bruh, you really want to make Pokemon last for a lifetime? Not to say that there won't probably one already, but you want to
It
take that
will.
shit to the next level? Pokemon MMO, bruh. That's all
That
you
shit
need.
would be crazy.
And it spans across the whole regions from Kanto to fucking whatever this region is. Niggas will
Galar.
tear up the street. They will line up in the
I
streets
would
for
line up the
days for
street
that.
for that, to be honest, bro.
I mean, it was another funny thing. It was like Pokemon Go is kind of like that. They have like their raids. They have their daily challenges
And
at the
doing
mo.
dungeons in the
They have
Pokemon MMO.
dungeons. They have timed events. They have Shadow Pokemon. They have Team Rocket Pokemon. They have more Pokemon in that. And there's more Pokemon in Pokemon Go right now than there are in the new games.
Oof.
And there's also a spot for Pokemon Go at like their world championships that they host.
How? What?
It's in my opinion, it's not fun, but people do it. They make their living doing it. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna judge them too harshly. I
Too
think it's pretty
harshly, I
dumb.
feel that.
Huh?
Well,
But
maybe they pull a surprise later down the road and say we'll just put everything back in that y'all wanted, and then sudden best game ever.
The thing that just hurts me is like the people who like say like, oh, we didn't need any of that like in the first place, or it's just like they just come across just like so dumb, like and like people like the anti-vax people.
Yeah.
We're quitting.
Yo,
We're quitting
Yo.
Pokemon to
bruh,
anti-vax. That's crazy.
It's
that's
just like
tough.
Only on Kenpachi's room.
it's like, oh,
Yeah.
we don't need
Oh
all
man.
the Pokemon. Nobody used all of those features. Like, oh, you guys are greedy and entitled for asking for things that you like
That's
back in the
fucking
video games.
tough.
I mean, I'm not gonna
Just
cap. I
trust the
was one of those
developers.
people that was saying that for a time because I didn't understand what was really missing because I haven't played a Pokemon game in forever. But
Mhm.
now that I've gotten the explanation as to what was going on, then yes, yeah, what the fuck? Just
Or
why?
or when people say stuff like, oh, you just want all the Pokemon in so you can hack your way through the game. Like what? Like
Huh?
they get like
You know how much time that takes?
the transfer feature doesn't come out for like at least 3 months. I'm gonna buy the game, then just sit on it for 3 months and not play it, just to
Yes.
wait to transfer my hacked Pokemon in, just to like still
Absolutely.
get like my handheld through like all the tutorial. No, it's crazy. These people are annoying. Like, clowns, literal actual clowns. To even think that that's how people play the game.
Hey, let them know, Aaron. Let them niggas know.
No, but yeah, so that's what I see a lot of right now. They have like events going on during in the overworld. I see that they're at least they have a plan for this game. Yeah, I'll partake for now. They got me a long time ago. I'm already lost to this beast. This is I'm Chocolate Kid. I am.
All
Who
right.
else is like
Oh,
who
okay.
else
I
is
was
like an
about to say.
addict like game? I'm trying to think who else is like an addict. This is the water I need. Chocolate Kid. Who else is like an addict game character? A television character. Y'all got any more of that Pokemon?
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey, I'm not
man.
gonna lie. I didn't know the large candies gave so much XP. I just gave 4 of them to my Grookey, and he went from like level 17 to 36.
Ooh,
That was kind of
Has
an
he
accident.
evolved yet?
He's
it's
gonna
actually
evolve when I exit out this menu. So
yeah. That's one of it. It's like you get so much. They give you so many resources to like help build like actual competitively viable teams. Now it's great.
wait, wow. What kind of Pokemon or what level? What's the level cap for Pokemon I can control before I get to the first gym?
Well, so they actually removed that mechanic a while ago. You're
Oh,
actually able to
okay.
control as now it's like you're only going to be able to catch a certain level of Pokemon in the wild. I think before the first gym it's going to be like level 25,
Oh, okay.
which is going to be now it's like you see how dumb that is because now you're going to have a level 40 Pokemon that's like higher it's higher level than Pokemon you're not going to be able to catch for some arbitrary reason. It's just like, were you guys even did you guys think like maybe like 5 minutes past like the initial inception of that idea? And it's like, oh, if you're able to even like if you're able to muster like the resources to catch a Pokemon that's like a little bit higher level, which you could do in any other Pokemon game, why not just let them catch it? It's just like a lot of just like stupid stuff in this. It's just weird. Oh, shout out, who's a cool gym leader? Ryan.
Yo, this man trying to learn mad moves, bruh. I don't know.
Ryan's a cool developed like gym. Ryan and Piers are like the two last gym leaders. They're very well developed. I
What gyms are
appreciate
they?
them. 7 and 8.
Okay.
They
Yo,
actually
Peter, you
like
trying to come out here?
Ryan actually uses a team that's like kind of like competent. That actually made me have to think for like a second, and like they actually put some time into like developing like the gym leaders beyond just uh being like a almost like a default Mega Man villain from like the
Oh
old
yeah, that's the
Splash
other
game.
thing too. They almost got me with that because they definitely turned up the waifus in this game.
Oh
They
yeah,
almost got me with that. I was like, you know
Yo, the
what? Fuck it, I'll
Lassus
buy
is looking good, bruh.
the lasses.
it. Well, that's cool. Um, yeah, man.
Yeah. Um, I never been a Pokemon fan like that, so I don't have much to say. But I do feel for y'all. That's kind of fucked up what they did. How that shit was kind of grimy on their end. For a community that supports them and loves their products as much as Poke niggas do. Cause man, y'all niggas be
Poke
riding for
niggas, yo. You
y'all
different.
y'all niggas be
y'all
getting
be
hit.
y'all
Y'all be
niggas
getting
be
killed in the
riding for
streets,
y'all
run over
game.
by cars playing Pokemon, yo.
I
That's
remember. Oh
dedication.
man, that was crazy back in the day.
Yeah,
That
niggas
was
is
That was like two
wild.
years ago.
it was. Yeah, that was a minute ago. Yeah, this is #1 franchise and like the most profitable franchise.
Yeah,
Yeah,
y'all be
so I
buying that
mean,
merch, boy.
yeah, y'all be supporting, and I can't
Pika
be mad
Pika
at
to
that.
the Pika Pika to the death, I guess. Yo.
Yeah.
They actually rebooted the. They gave like the soft reboot to the TV series. They gave the Pikachu.
That
We
nigga
finally got the
finally won.
You finally
Pe-
got a ring, and it's like, all right, new story.
people forget Ash actually did win a championship before, but they don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, he actually placed in the tournament before. It's like he went to Evo and he placed like
Yeah, he
top.
placed there.
Like
He
He
placed
always
every
placed.
time. He placed every
yeah,
time, I
he
think.
like he always be making top 8, but it's like
Oh,
at like 8 or 7.
it was actually back when they were trying to they were trying to like test the market for America, and they swapped out Brock for Tracy, and there was the Orange Islands arc where they were traveling around like on the Lapras to the tropical islands.
Yeah, I remember
Ash
that.
actually, yeah, Ash won that. Ash won that league, but it's
Didn't
not.
he get like second?
Now he won that
Oh no,
league,
he did win that league. I'm
but
trying
right,
to.
nobody
Yes, I
wants to
remember watching
consider
that.
it. Nobody wants to consider it canon. So this is the
How's it not
Wow.
canon? It was season 2. How is that not canon?
because the fans would want to forget that like, for
Well,
whatever
fuck
reason.
them niggas. Yeah, they're dumb.
Uh,
These are the same niggas that was getting run over in the street by playing Pokemon. I'm good.
but yeah, so the first episode came out. I'm about to give that a watch at some point in time. It's supposed to like give the backstory of the Pikachu that we've known for over almost 2 decades
Do we
now.
really need a Pikachu backstory?
No.
I mean, hey, I guess
Like
we
Nick,
did finally show us how he became
No.
like that rough and tumble Pikachu that we seen in
because
the first
Ash threw
episode.
him because he was the only a real nigga that Ash had, so he had put him in all the battles and he leveled up like a motherfucker. I remember that episode in season 1.
Right.
He was trying to get that Thunder Badge and he couldn't beat that Lieutenant Surge's Raichu. He was like, oh, well, I guess you gotta use a Thunderstone to evolve you into a Raichu so you can beat him. He's like, nah, fuck that. Real niggas don't use Thunderstones. I'll beat him. Fuck that
Oh,
nigga.
well, they're going Star Wars prequel mode on us, and they're gonna show
Oh my
us from
god.
Oh my
show him.
Oh
god.
my god.
They're gonna show him when he was a baby Pichu.
Who
Oh.
cares? All right, whatever.
You know what?
I'm not.
You know
Let
what?
me know how that turns out, Aaron, if you watch it.
I think we
Oh,
gonna go ahead and move on to the next
Yeah,
topic. That being said,
Jesus.
um, fuck.
Shout out to Poke Waifus though, because they almost got me with that shit.
they got a
Yeah,
bunch in here.
yeah, that Rule
Yeah, they do.
34 looking kind
They
of
literally
nice.
almost caught me.
They got B. They got Nessa. You haven't seen Melanie yet, right?
I have,
Is
but
that,
all I
is
needed
that
was
the
B and Nessa.
rival?
No, Melanie's the ice gym leader.
Oh. Whoever the
Marlon's
rival
here.
is,
I mean, I
yeah,
saw
she
B
bad.
and Nessa, and I was done. I was like, damn.
Well, that's Nintendo Switch's new strategy. It's like, oh damn, they don't like the game. Just show more pictures of the waifus, yo.
And they almost got me. Almost fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker. But yeah.
All right. That being said, go ahead and move on to the Game Awards vote. Chef, are you here? All right. Um.
I gave
So
all my votes to the Outer Worlds. If it was up for something, I gave it to the Outer Worlds.
true.
I
I
think I
actually
did the
haven't
same
voted
thing.
yet. I gotta do
Yeah,
so.
you can vote. You can vote once a day on this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I put the link in. I think it's in the podcast room.
It's either in the podcast room or in general.
I think I put it in both, to be honest.
Uh.
This nigga chef really did.
Yo,
He
Chef, you
said,
good, bro?
Pokemon, I'm out.
I can't find it, but I know how to use Google, so it's fine.
Yeah.
That nigga
Yeah.
Chef gone.
But yeah, we got some. Yeah, Game Awards is coming up. Actually, not too long from now, in a couple weeks. I think it's like the first weekend in December.
Yeah. So, we have Game of the Year. We have Control, Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2, The Outer
Whoa!
Worlds,
I'm voting for
Smash,
that.
and Sekiro. Now, um,
Wait, excuse me? Smashes
Game of
counts
the
as this
year.
year?
yeah,
I guess
Oh.
so. Even though it came out last year,
It
but
was
okay.
like the window.
yeah.
Okay, it came out December 8th, so.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
So, alright, I
Jump
gave
Force
my.
came out this year.
Which one?
Jump Force?
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Didn't Jump Force come out back in August?
I
What
I thought
game?
it was
believe so. Hey,
exactly.
same.
Jump Force.
Um,
Oh.
I don't know what
That's
that is.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. They spent that much money to get him a slot as a nominee.
If anything, put Tekken Season 2 in there. Shit.
Actually, one thing I heard, Jump Force has like a lot of fan servicey stuff, so I guess
Yeah, that's
maybe.
why. Yeah, only the simple niggas play. Because that as a fighting game, garbage. You
They
can
could have
ask
done
me,
so
Chef,
much.
Sector, or Iffy. It was so bad, yo.
They could have done so much with it.
It's
No,
awful.
they could have left it alone.
Oh, welcome back.
Oh yes, I'm not staying for no Pokemon discussion.
You know what, bruh?
Fair
Hey,
enough.
man.
Fair
One
enough.
thing
Yeah.
I absolutely do not care about.
Hey.
Hey, we all said our
That's
piece
not
on
bad.
that, but yeah.
Not for everybody.
But yeah. I don't know if we want how many of these categories we want to look at. There's some new
I'm
ones
just
in
gonna look
there.
at the game of the year, best game
First of all,
direction.
can we talk about Death Stranding being in there?
It,
I feel like it should. First of all, I
it
feel like
shouldn't.
it came out very late this year.
It shouldn't have
I feel
been
like there needs to
here,
be a
but
stipulation. You need to be out for at least what, 8 months, 9 months before you can be considered for a nomination. For
I
that
wouldn't
year.
say that long.
I'd
But
say
4 months.
yeah,
I'd say a month is fine.
I'd say also a month.
a
Okay.
month.
But we all know what this is about. You know, that
Yeah.
nigga Jeff Keighley. He's like, Kojima's my friend.
Walking Simulator 2020.
I don't know, like, is he though?
Yeah.
Does Kojima have friends? I feel like that nigga just living is like chilling.
I feel
I
like
feel like he
Kojima
doesn't
has.
follow
I
him.
feel like he has people that he talks to, but I don't think they're his friends. So,
Oh,
like, he does
Oh.
business with them.
Damn, I really don't know who I should give Game of the Year to. It's between Ultimate and Outer Worlds.
I gave it to
Nin-
Outer Worlds. 'Cause
Nintendo got enough.
I
that
give
game,
it. I give it to Sekiro.
yeah, because that game looked the most unique out of all. Then again, I don't. None of us really played Control.
I didn't.
No,
I just
I
saw
don't
some
I
want
people
wanted to
stream.
play
Because
Control.
like I heard it came out and then I didn't hear anything else. Like
I
nothing.
wanted to play
Most of
Control.
these
I
games
like
are-
Yeah, I heard it was fun.
Remedy games. I really like Quantum Break, so I figured I'd like this.
Wasn't
You
that
know
the?
other games come out this year or something?
I feel
that
like a
was
lot of
good?
other games came
thing
out that
was,
were like Game
what
of the
else
Year
came out
worthy
this
at
year?
least.
The issue with
Did
Control,
Fallen Order not make the window? Sorry.
Nah,
I
it
don't
did
think so.
not.
that's crazy. It came out like the weekend. Nah, not the week after. That was crazy. I was gonna say because I know I didn't play Control because it was on Epic Store exclusive.
Could have played it on console.
Yeah, I was thinking of picking it up for PS4.
Ah, true, but I gotta plug in my Xbox.
Action
or
adventure.
either
I've
one.
only played one of these, so
Yeah, you're right. I was being lazy. I could have plugged that.
Not a good
art
year.
direction.
Yeah,
haven't
it
played
was
any of
like
these.
compared to last year, or was it 2017 or 2018? It's kind of a lackluster release year,
It's crazy.
and I feel like a lot of the better games are just now coming out.
Plague. I wanted to play as well. I heard that was a pretty good adventure game.
Content creator of the year. Fuck these niggas, yo.
I think I voted for like Shroud.
I
'cause
picked
Dr.
Shroud just cause.
I'm not voting.
Because the only other person I
I'm
knew was
not
Dr.
voting.
Lupo, and Dr. Lupo looks like he says the N word.
Oh no!
Like some of these
shit.
fucking things is
Wait, click on the picture that they have up for him. He looks like he
Nah,
says
he
it all
do.
the time.
He do. Yeah,
Where-
frequently.
Hold on. Where
Wait
is
for
it
the
at?
for the caster or the streamer or whatever.
For
For content
creator of the year.
Oh,
yeah.
content
He
creator?
does. That's hilarious.
It's
Look
like
at him, bro.
like Shroud looks cool, and then it's just like he looked like he'd be saying it.
I don't recognize. I mean, first of all, I'm kind of biased because all those content creators I follow play fighting games.
There's no women here. I'm surprised with how much the industry promotes titty streaming nowadays.
Hey, but we don't want to talk about that, huh?
Hey, I'll talk shit. I ain't
I'm
scared.
ready.
Fuck
They
titty
they're not
streaming.
they're not ready
I'm
for
ready.
that conversation.
Yeah, fuck
Y'all
Twitch.
killed Twitch. Sorry.
You know who I mean by they. They're not
The
ready.
whites.
The thoughts, opinions, and
No,
prejudices
no,
of
they
Mohammed.
stand with me. They stand with me too.
Hey, yo, fuck the whites.
Well, okay, hold on.
Next category.
What do you mean? Egg whites are like the most healthiest part of the egg.
High key. I be
Right.
getting those on my sandwiches.
Yo, when I go to
Right.
work tomorrow, I gotta make some.
They be hating on me because I be asking for egg whites like only.
Hey,
Yeah.
they
Esports
healthy,
event,
bro.
Best
yo, this
part.
is shit I care about though.
Shout out the
Yeah.
whites.
The most.
What's best ongoing game?
Let's see. Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy, Fortnite, Rainbow. I'm choosing
Rainbow.
Rainbow. Yeah. definitely
Final
Rainbow.
Fantasy 14 didn't even come out this year. Did they drop an
But-
expansion this year?
Because it's
Yeah,
ongoing.
they did. Yeah,
It's ongoing.
Yeah. I think they came out with an expansion this year.
It's
Oh,
definitely
I guess
Rainbow
all of
though.
these games did.
Rainbow's definitely winning that.
Because like they're so like involved with like the content creators and like the community on Reddit. Like I like even
Apex
one of
gets pretty good support.
No, it's definitely Rainbow, Apex, then Fortnite, just because it's Fortnite.
I feel like Rainbow gets like just more stuff too. We have like our like
I
we
have
get
a
so
bad
much like
feeling about that though, because I feel like Fortnite's gonna win just because of,
and Rainbow did win last
especially
year.
what they did with their season 2 and all that, how that shit took over the internet for like 2
Oh, it
days.
did. It really
It
did.
really did
Why
take
is
the over the
Smash a
internet
family
for 2
game, yo?
days, and
That's a
then it
grown
was
man's
wrap.
game.
Grown man's play.
Yo,
That's a party game.
yo, I wish there was voice chat in this game, bro. That shit would take that out the
Yeah,
category real
yeah,
quick.
yeah, it probably would.
Best
Hey, can we
independent
talk?
Wait, you
game,
can't play. You can't
Untitled
play.
Goose Game. Let's go.
You can't play compute. You can't play with the app. You can't talk over the app.
Nah, not with
I'm trying to
randoms.
do that.
Only in a battle arena. I low key be like turning my phone on and joining random battle arenas just to antagonize, but it's not that successful.
What's wrong with you, yo?
Hey, bruh.
Hey, can we talk about best audio design? Call of Duty Modern Warfare should not be
Modern
in there.
Warfare?
As,
Yes,
No.
it
lou-
should.
as loud as
Mm.
that game is, holy shit!
You can turn it
I
down.
feel
The
like
gun
it was
sounds
no,
are
it was yo
damn.
the gun sounds are great, but it was just, the overall audio was just mixed weird. Cause like even though I adjusted my volume in my audio settings, like some shit would still be mad loud in one match and
I
then
feel like Death Stranding
not be
shouldn't
matched
be
the
in
other.
here.
For what title?
Best
Best
audio
audio
design.
design.
Have you played it?
No, but I've just
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know. I don't feel like
I'm
it
not
should
gonna
be in here.
yeah, I'm not gonna say it doesn't
I've
deserve to
watched
be
it
there,
like
but
be streamed, and it's not like
Oh,
OD good
it's
I mean,
not
I was,
fun.
sounds.
Let's just come out and say it. Death Stranding is not fun. It's
It
not
you
doesn't
guys
yeah.
look
have
fun. It
reviews?
doesn't look fun.
I was planning on like doing that day one, and then like the embargo dropped a couple days early, and I was watching some shit on it. I was like, I'm not gonna have a good time playing this. I'm sorry.
like in
The
terms
reviews
of
are
like I feel now here's the
hilarious.
thing. I feel like it should win. I think it's a contender for best narrative or maybe best game direction. But in terms of like an actual game, no, it's not fun. I don't care what anybody says. Kojima
That's
stands would be like, you don't understand. You have to have a high level of IQ to understand Kojima. Like, nigga, I don't want to
okay.
walk around.
It's not even,
I don't want to walk around playing FedEx Simulator 2020, bro.
from what I've
This
seen,
is
it's
game
not
fun.
even like stands. It's just him.
Wait, what did
Yeah,
he do?
that's.
He said like Americans only like first-person shooters. They don't understand the
I
game.
mean, to a certain
He-
extent, he's not wrong, but at the same time, he should probably know that, like,
But then
regardless of nationality of games, like that should be the first reason you make a game. Like, is it fun? Do people want to play this? If you
then it
want
was
to tell a convoluted story, just make a fucking movie.
then it was crazy because like I think at the time he said it, it like had like a higher American Metacritic rating than it did in like Japan.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
Oh
but
wait,
not
this
to
is
say,
who plays Pavardi in Outer World.
yeah, Ashley Birch.
Pavardi is a treasure that needs to be protected. At
She
all
really
times.
is,
It was
bro. She
it
got
was a
my vote.
toss up. It was a toss up between her and Laura Bailey because she's my favorite VA. I gave it to
Uh,
Vardy.
I was gonna give it to my man's from Death Stranding. Not Norman Reedus, but
Norman Reedus.
Mads
nah,
Mikkelsen.
yeah,
Yeah, he was cool too. But
he looked mad cool in the trailers.
I mean, Outer Worlds is a better game than Death Stranding, so you had to give it to the Outer Worlds
You
character.
right?
True.
Damn.
Who did he play in
Pavardi,
Doctor Strange? Oh, he was
he was a
Caecilius.
bad dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was
Yeah,
he was the
he was a
villain.
villain.
I can't tell
And
because all the shit they put on that nigga's face, but
yeah, he had the eye herpes, but
The eye herpes.
and he was also what's the name? Old girl's father in Rogue One.
oh yeah, you know what's crazy? I just watched Rogue One last night and I didn't even
I
pick
don't know
that
why
up.
people hate that movie. It's not too
Best
That's
bad.
mobile
It's
game.
decent.
That's my favorite Star
COD
Wars movie,
mobile boy. Let's
actually.
get it.
I kind of don't like it because of like it's like almost the same reason why I almost did not like Halo Reach is that like it's a prequel. It's like you kind of know what happens. It's like yes, it's still
Yeah,
about the
that
journey,
too.
but
Yeah,
like you still have to like make that journey like that interesting for us to like
they
get
could have
there.
did a better job making the journey interesting.
Because
Well,
like there's so many characters that like
everyone
they
is
kind of don't
well. I was
matter.
gonna say because they could have taken the story in different directions and like the way, especially the way it ended, the way they got to the ending. I feel like could have been handled differently.
Man, I fucked with it. That movie's good as
Yeah,
fuck.
it's good, but there's just a couple things I would have done different. That would I think.
Word. Shout out to having the first like gay couple on screen
In
in
Star Wars.
In Star Wars.
True.
Who was that?
I was about to say you
Um,
discrediting Good Luck Charlie, bro.
I was gonna say the not the monk dude and the mechanic person.
Were they? I thought they were just like traveling companions.
All right, yeah.
I don't.
It's
It
just
might be
something-
it might be a reach, but I don't have the energy nor the patience to argue that. But whatever.
Niggas was fucking.
Um,
Galaxy.
best fighting game.
Nigga said
I
Brokeback Galaxy. What's wrong with you? Yo?
Hey, yo, I didn't even hear that.
It was
My
like, fuck it,
goodness.
we about to die.
I guess.
To show you how this
Uh,
lightsaber work.
Stop.
he didn't even have. Anyway, best fighting game.
He had the pole. Oh yeah, he had the
I don't-
pole.
I don't
Hey,
know.
yo. Hey, yo.
Stop. Stop.
I'd have to give. I guess I'd have to give Smash best fighting game by
Yes,
default because
sir.
Cause Soul
like,
Cal ain't up there.
Soul Calibur ain't up there. I don't play Mortal Kombat. Dead or Alive 6 I do play, but it's not good. Jump Force is trash. I don't even know why that's even up here. Released that game. Who made that game? And then Sam Show is
Namco.
like, I know, but yeah, that was. A rhetorical
I feel
question.
you.
And then Sam Show is like, eh. I mean, it's a good game, but it's very
Isn't it
difficult
like mad
to get into.
unpolished?
It's not unpolished. It's just hard to get into because there's no real combos. It's very technical based, very movement based.
There's invisible walls in Pokemon. All right. All right.
You can because you in Sam Show you can get killed in 5 hits because everything a lot of the uh, moves do a lot of damage because there's no combo system. So like it's very technical, very niche. I think it's a good game, but you have to have it's an acquired taste. So yeah, I guess I'd have to give it to Smash.
Yeah,
I
I give it to
guess.
Smash.
Shout out Smash.
Um,
Shout out Smash.
There's some new categories on here that I don't think were on here, like best community support.
Yeah, I was gonna give it to Rainbow to be honest.
Yeah,
I gave it to Rainbow.
Yeah.
mainly because
You niggas are rainbow crackheads.
Yeah, we never stop hearing about it. So it's
All
like, I
right,
guess.
all right.
I mean, well, fuck Blizzard.
Ruth.
Who else
You
was
said
it?
fuck Lizzo?
Blizzard.
Oh,
I would fuck Lizzo.
What?
All
You
right,
fuck
bro.
Lizzo?
All
Yes.
right,
What?
all
I don't know who
right,
that is.
all right.
Lizzo, yo.
A woman that did not deserve that award she got.
The big woman who plays the flute and sings amazing, and sings
Wow.
very like great like self songs, self help.
I'd fuck Lizzo. I feel like you can't get anything bad from that experience.
Okay, all right.
Right. It makes you just feel good
Can
about
we?
yourself.
Can we?
All right,
Can
Kenpachi,
we?
let's continue.
Can we? Can we? Thank you.
Oh, I
She'd probably
forgot
be
about
like-
this game. I forgot about Sea of Solitude. Is that I gotta go buy that game because that looked cool. Under Games for Impact,
Games for
They showed
Impact.
they showed it at E3 a couple years ago. It's a game about mental health.
Mm.
Y'all,
or
you
about
were
depression.
talking
Sorry, what's
about
it
it.
called?
You were
Sea of
talking about it.
Solitude. Yeah, yeah.
Can
It
you
looked
say it
like
again, Blitz? I didn't hear you.
Sea of Solitude.
Sea of Solitude.
Yeah, it's about like mental health and depression and all that stuff.
Kind of like Hellblade.
So yeah, I wanted to buy that game. I forgot it came out, so I have to go. I would vote for that for best game for.
Yeah, I haven't heard of any of the other ones. I've heard of Life is Strange. Like I watched the full
Fuck Life is
playthrough of
Strange.
someone. Yeah, it.
I heard this current one
it's
is
acquired
more about like.
taste.
I heard the second one is a lot better than the first. I actually wanted to play it.
I'm not.
I
I'm
thought
not,
the
it
first
looks
one was
very
pretty
hipster
good.
to me. I'm not interested.
Well,
Stop.
yeah, it's like kind of like teen centric.
Plus, I don't like Telltale games where you just gotta pick at everything. Like I want to be able to fight niggas or something.
I heard there was a big push behind Gris that like even it was getting like ripped and it was getting ripped and re-uploaded on like the App Store.
Yikes.
Yikes.
And,
Best
like,
sports and
self-
racing game. Ooh, if you want to talk about a shitty category, shit.
Sports racing.
I'm surprised
Crash
he
Team
didn't make it.
Nitro. I
There
think
was-
it
Why
came
is
out
Need for
too-
Speed Heat not there?
It came out too late, I think.
But it came out before Death Stranding, no?
Did it? I don't remember.
I voted for
Or
It
Gris.
did,
the same
it
day,
did.
but it early access before Death Stranding.
Oh, you know why? Because Death Stranding paid for their most of their spots on here, probably.
They didn't even have to
Or-
pay. What you mean?
yeah. Oh, yeah. You true. Yeah. Jeff Keighley is sleeping with Kojima allegedly. Yeah, they did.
That game just don't look fun, bro. It don't look like a
It's
video
not.
game.
It really not. It should have been. It should have been released as a movie.
You guys need to watch Donkey's video on it. It's hilarious.
Didn't you link it in Discord earlier?
I did. It's funny.
I'll have to go back and watch it.
Yeah.
But they added a lot of more esports categories in here, like best esports event. I had to vote for Evo because I'm biased,
I did too.
It's like,
Yeah.
which
Like,
is
I
funny
s-
because I feel like Combo Breaker this year was more hyped than.
Is Ultimate still like the biggest game at Evo? Or
Ultimate?
Smash?
I
Smash in
think
general.
at this year's Evo, I think it was. It had the most participants in it for sure.
he said Ultimate. I was thinking about Marvel. Like,
Damn,
Stop.
chef, where you at, bruh?
What you mean?
Where you at, bro? Wait.
Best
Chef, you fuck
multiplayer
with
game.
Marvel vs. Capcom?
do people
Infinite?
think?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
I downloaded it once when I first got the Game Pass. and was not I was not feeling it.
No,
How about
bro.
best
Person
man.
multiplayer
Capcom
game?
really was
Apex, Borderlands, Modern Warfare, Tetris 99, and The Division 2.
I feel
They
like
have the
the only
Division
one I'm
2
actually
title, but
logged
they have the
into
rainbow
is Modern
picture up here.
I
Warfare.
I don't
wouldn't even consider
understand.
Borderlands 3 a multiplayer game at this point.
Neither
Like,
would I. It's a fucking
you can
co-op
do
shooter.
everything multiplayer. That's you can do that
Oh,
single
it's
player.
I
Plus,
gave
that
if you
it
go
game
to
is
on the
COD.
website. If you go on the website, Kenpachi, they have like they have the proper Division 2
Oh, okay.
card. I put Tetris because I don't know, man.
Tetris. The fuck?
I
best
like
esports game
yes
Best
or
e-
best multiplayer game.
multiplayer
for best
game.
multiplayer game.
Oh, I put COD just 'cause it's COD.
Yeah.
Fresh indie game.
Why do they have two indie games categories? Just one sponsored by Subway. The fuck?
Right, that's why.
Subway's fucking nasty, yeah.
It depends on which one
What?
you go. It depends on which one
Bugging,
you go
bruh.
to.
Yeah, okay. I guess it is.
I guess
The-
DMV Subways they don't be hitting.
They be spitting in the sandwiches and shit. They weird.
They
See.
don't got the glizzies that he like.
All right, yo. All right.
Hey, put your glizzy away, bro.
Yeah. So yeah, you can vote once a day on this on Google. Just Google search TGA vote, and the link is right there. You can vote once a day on all these categories. Until yeah, the Game Awards is I think it's the first weekend in December. So
Oh, it's not the 15th.
I don't is it? I just assumed. I don't know.
Oh.
I know it's pretty early in December. But yeah, uh,
Yeah.
I don't really have too much gripes with some of the options in here.
Honestly, the only ones I really have like a problem
A lot
with
of these games
is
I haven't played.
that too. The only categories I really have a problem with is Game of the Year, just 'cause Death Stranding's in there.
What
Um,
what else came out?
I would have to search it up to be honest, but
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't feel
searching
like
right
Death
now. Hold
Stranding
on.
should be in there, but you know,
I
niggas.
mean, I can't say it doesn't deserve to be there. I just gotta see what else came out this year. I
Niggas,
feel like it was a lackluster year.
it looks good. It looks amazing.
All
Don't get
right,
me
so
wrong.
Fallen Order. I mean, this is all. Oh, by the way, Shenmue 3 came out this week.
What?
No one knew. Shenmue 3 came out.
What is that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's a.
It's like it's weird. It's
Exactly.
like a
So
it's
back
like-
in it's a cult, it's a sequel to a cult classic series that was out on the Dreamcast originally called Shenmue. It was crowdfunded. It was announced at a few E3s ago. It was the same E3 that they revealed Final Fantasy VII Remake. And it was Kickstart. It was funded on Kickstarter. But there was kind of something happened, some snafu happened on the Kickstarter. To where people were, I don't know, were they being overcharged or some shit like that? I don't know. But it came out, and apparently, at least according to the wife, it was not good.
Yikes.
According to the whites.
The wife.
Wife,
Oh.
Kayane, wife.
Oh.
So, but that's too bad. But yeah, that came out. Let's see, Outer World. This is all the recent stuff. We just mentioned 3, Gears 5, Kingdom Hearts 3,
I feel like Kingdom Hearts 3 should be
Metro
making a
Exodus, Resident Evil
bigger
2,
appearance.
Rage 2, Division
Kingdom Hearts
2.
3 was just okay. It wasn't bad like a lot of people are saying,
that was
but
the consensus I heard. Devil
was
May
just
Cry
okay.
5, Apex, Destiny 2, Shadowkeep, Fire
DMC
Emblem
5
3
is lit.
Yeah. Three Houses isn't on there, right?
That
For
that
what-
game was
for-
somewhere.
for RPG.
That game was somewhere.
Was it?
on somewhere on the Game Awards. I saw it.
Yeah, I think
I
it's
think
on
it
the
was great,
category,
too.
right?
Yeah.
I
I think
thought about
strategy
picking it.
game it was under.
Yeah. What else? Code Vein, Wolfenstein Youngblood, Days Gone, Far Cry
Was
New
that good?
Dawn.
The Wolfenstein game?
I don't play Wolfenstein. I couldn't tell you.
I haven't heard too many good things about Youngblood.
Me neither. I haven't heard anything about it, so I'm asking.
Indivisible. Still got to play that game. I got to get back and play that game. That game is fun. I like that game a lot.
Did
That would
anyone
get
play
my-
Concrete Genie for the PS4?
Nah.
Nope.
I mean, what I saw from it looked really unique.
Wait,
but
that
I never got around to
Ancestors
buying
game
it.
came out this year?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, dude.
The one about evolution and monkeys and stuff?
Oh yeah, it did.
Oh,
It
we
did.
still got
What-
monkeys.
You got a herd sheep for a gym challenge, Aaron? This is crazy.
It came out in August. I didn't
It's
even know.
it's a cool puzzle. I think.
No, it is. It's just definitely real different.
Yeah.
We ain't talk about Pokemon no more though.
Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, Surge 2, Team Sonic Racing, Yoshi's Crafted World. Yeah, I mean, like it was kind of like there's some hits in there, but for the most part, yeah, it was kind of a lackluster year for.
Yeah,
I
like
mean, hell, you got fucking
Chef said
Anthem
it.
is on here. Come on now.
It is
What game?
where?
I
Wait,
mean,
what game's on
for
there?
releases,
Oh,
What game?
I
Anthem.
don't know.
I don't know what that is.
It's that one game that came out back in the summer, and then they're gonna rework it now. It's gonna be like overhauled. They said they're gonna fix everything. Remember?
I doubt it, honestly. Whatever. Different topic for a different day. But
Overhaul.
I fucking doubt it, bruh.
Yeah. Apparently, I guess they're just redoing their own.
Nigga, that shit dead in the water, bro.
Like it's probably what they should have done. What they should have done, just delayed it and then just get it right and then put it out. But
Go make Dragon Age 4 before I beat your ass.
Apparently, they
that might
started
be trash,
production.
bro.
You
That
They
said
might
what,
started
Aaron?
production. They started production for Dragon Age 4.
BioWare's on his last legs. I don't know if I got all that much high hopes for Dragon Age.
Hey, this is the make
But
it or
apparently,
break it.
it's like somebody like just like wrote on the board like we about to start this soon.
Yeah, so it's on the. That's what we
So
doing in my meetings at work, yo. Yeah, we got this. It's on our radar. Just don't forget, we haven't done it yet, though.
like they had started it. This would be like the second or third time they started it over now.
That sounds like a disaster waiting to happen. I'm
I-
sorry.
Because I'm kind of disappointed because like the first one I heard of, the first version that they were working on, I heard of actually sounded kind of
For
cool.
Anthem?
For no, for Dragon Age 4,
Oh.
and you'd be playing like as a spy. You and your party would be like spies and like into Winter this time. I've been after like all the talks about all the rogue crazy mage shit that be going over there. That'd be finally be cool to get a chance to check out the Winter.
I gotta play Inquisition again. That game was cool.
Yeah, so do I.
I was having niggas in the camp shook because I decided to take in the elves. Niggas with that. You gonna take in the elves or the mages? Not the elves, the mages? Okay, bro. We're gonna see how that work out for you.
But yeah,
Yeah,
I think that's
Game Awards coming up. Make sure to
Yeah.
vote and all that stuff.
It ain't hitting like it has in the past, but you know it's here, so we gotta do something, I guess, or not.
I just think it was a lackluster
Yeah,
year
this
overall.
this year has been it's been a disappointment. I'm not gonna lie.
There weren't any like I said, there were some hits, but there wasn't
There's
no
a lot
game
of
out
talk. There's a lot of glass cannons, and
Although Kenpachi, you and I could make the case for one particular game that came out
but we're
earlier
not
this
going
summer.
to talk about that game.
That game
Because
that
that
game
game's build
that
has
game
not
made the
fully
Game
come out yet.
Awards. That venue would be set on fire.
I
They would-
would be there in the front row, bro. Yo,
What game?
you know what game?
No, I'm being dead ass this time. What game?
Yo,
What game?
yo,
That ain't no game I ever
Monster
heard
Girl
of.
Island.
Oh, I do
That
know what game.
yeah, that's Kenpachi's
With the
game of the year.
newest build that's about to come out, bruh. Oh, yo,
Yo, did you play your Berseria demo yet?
I didn't. I'm gonna need to get on that. I'm sorry, Aaron.
Just play some good RPGs, my man.
That sounded like a slight, Aaron.
Yeah, what you trying to say, bro?
It's like y'all need some RPGs. More
That is an
RPGs.
RPG. You can.
It is?
Did you play that game, Aaron?
He ain't
I
play
told
that
you I
game.
played the crabs mission.
You can't tell me. Well, first of all, you didn't get far enough. If you play it far enough in that game, like I'm being half joking here, but for the price that you pay for that game, it's actually
It's
pretty good.
nice. It's
You guys
nice.
paid for that?
It's free.
No, it's free. That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
It's free.
Y'all be fucking with good RPGs. Y'all like Nier. Blitz got tight at me the other day because I told him I may or may not have pirated Nier.
So you can't do that.
You
allegedly.
wild. You really
You
wild.
can't do that.
Okay,
got-
the
you
way
got-
I see it is I bought the Legend of Korra game for $60, so Platinum owes me that money.
I will not
I
say
s-
if that's fair or not.
Anyway,
All right, bruh. All right, Chef. You got your rapid fire segment. You ready, bro? Oh, he gone again. Damn. I'm sorry.
Are y'all
I'm sorry that we bore you, bruh.
Yeah,
This nigga
y'all
be
really-
ducking, yo.
I'm sorry that we bore you, bruh. Go
you
ahead.
need to
go
play
ahead
more
with your-
games, bruh.
Yeah, man. You diversify your catalog a bit more, man.
I do.
Or come back up on Rainbow with us.
Hell
Hell
no.
no.
Hell no. I don't want that trash nigga with me.
That
Never
nigga doing
happened.
Yo, Kenpachi, what's
That
up with
nigga
Oh
you?
wait,
can't
oh
walk
yeah,
through barbed wire
Kenpachi, you pulling up to
correctly.
the money heist?
'Cause y'all toxic.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up.
We gotta get that new Vigil costume.
I'm definitely copping that shit.
All
But
right, so rapid fire.
yeah, yeah,
Let's. We got a
yeah.
couple of things here.
Chef, go ahead, do your thing, my man.
For one, Steam has came out with a remote play feature. Basically, local multiplayer games. You can invite people
One of life's
to play
greatest
with you,
pastimes
even
is
if they
playing
don't own the game. It's kind of like Parsec.
controllers among friends.
If y'all familiar with that.
Mhm.
That's pretty cool, actually.
So Steam has an official version of that, so you don't have to download Parsec and have to worry
Hope
about
it
other
works
stuff
better
like
than
that.
Yeah, so
Stadia.
Bands and Ty can officially yell at each other on 2K.
I don't know if it supports 2K because it's only for local multiplayer games, not like
Oh,
full-blown multiplayer games.
So
Just like
it's only certain games that work with it.
Yeah, I think so.
well,
Oh.
it's still in beta.
Yeah. But they just released it officially to let people use it.
You're gaming together. Your friend doesn't
Is that a grass and fire type Pokemon? Hey,
Their controllers will act like they're plugged directly into your
Border-
I'm not with this new shit. I'm sorry.
Borderlands 3 came out or announced their first expansion or actual expansion for.
What game?
Y'all bucking.
Nah, that game it releases in 2020, but Borderlands 3 has their first expansion coming. Something about a handsome casino heist with Moxie.
I'm with that. I'll play that.
This fucking harlot's at it again with handsome Jack shit. All right.
Yeah, so you just going through his casino and killing people just to rob him, even though he's dead. It doesn't seem like something that's really innovative at all. Just another
It's
way to
Borderlands, bro. You shoot shit.
That's pretty much it.
Honestly,
just
I
a
think I
casino.
played this whole Borderlands 3 thing very wrong. I should have just waited. Because you know why I enjoyed 2 so much? Because all the DLC that was to come out was already out and it's been out for years, so I could just take my time and play stuff. So when I finished one thing, I had something else to do and look forward to. This, it's just like,
Just wait on it.
I should just wait for like the definitive blow shit up, whatever quirky title they give it, and just wait for that to come so I can just play everything. Borderlands 3 Mayhem Edition, that's what I'll wait for. When all the DLC about that. That's what I should do.
That's probably what they're going to end up calling it.
Because holy shit, I'm not even motivated to finish the campaign.
I don't hate the game. It's just a technical nightmare. And
That
I'd
too,
just
that's
rather
what turned me
not.
off to it ultimately.
They still have not updated that shit yet.
So
Talking about it takes time.
You still can't navigate the UI?
No.
That's
All
sad.
right.
Now,
Anyways.
I frequent the forums. I haven't played the game in a while. But
I see that nigga Randy Pitchford, bro. We gonna have some words, bro.
Yeah, people saying
Said
that
you
it's
scrapped him?
still not up to par, and they taking their sweet time with the updates.
I'm gonna
and
kick him
shit.
in the shins, yo.
Useless ass hot fixes.
They even care about the game anymore?
Probably not.
2K.
They don't care.
Gearbox.
They don't
All
care.
them
Care
niggas.
about it, but they
Their version of care is here's some golden keys, here's some shift codes. There you go, niggas. Bye.
That's embarrassing. Like I really had
Huge.
faith for the game.
This
I
yeah, I
liked it
was
a lot.
super
I
hyped
just
for
wish
it. Yeah.
I just wish it was supported better.
Oh ass, bitch ass. Saints Row is confirmed from Deep Silver. Another Saints Row is coming soon.
Let's go.
All right, let's
Oh,
go.
that's
I've been
That's
nice.
all
playing
they said,
4
man.
again.
Just expect another.
I've been
update.
running through 4 with Ty. I'm excited actually.
4?
Game's
Oh
just
yeah,
fun
4.
as shit.
Yeah.
That was a nice one. That was a nice one.
I mean, it was
Yeah.
more like Saints Row 3.5.
Did you have a link for
Yeah.
that, Chef, or no?
No, because it wasn't nothing really. It was just an announcement.
Oh, okay.
Just expect it.
Hopefully they show something that next E or something.
Yeah.
And the last thing, I'll give you a link for this one. Apparently,
Action.
it's a Star Wars movie that's coming out in 2022, but it's not with Ryan Johnson.
Yeah, put that
But
nigga in the
isn't that
closet.
the
yo.
one,
Lock
Oh,
him
no,
up.
I thought they moved up Ryan Johnson's trilogy now.
I mean, he
Right.
still gets his trilogy, but this one they're talking about is a whole.
I thought they kicked him off of his trilogy. He's not doing it
But
no more.
he's not doing this current trilogy.
These
He has,
niggas don't know what they doing.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah,
isn't
yeah,
that the
yeah.
movie that the
Not
Game of
doing-
Thrones niggas got fired from?
Right. Yeah, they lost their spot, so they moved up the Ryan Johnson trilogy.
Yeah, because Ryan Johnson's trilogy is not going to be a part of the actual Star Wars saga. He's going to do a whole different trilogy with a whole different story or some dumb
It's
shit.
like, you know, he can like do stuff. It's just I think their issue was that I think they messed up originally when they decided to have multiple directors for different Star Wars movies instead of just trying to sign the same person with the same
yeah.
They just kept
single
J.J.
vision.
Abrams for all 3, we would have been good.
Yeah, not to say his trilogy would have been the best, but at least it would have been coherent, I think.
Right. It's like I honestly like after I seen it, it's like I don't hate it as much as like maybe like I would have like I just like went into it blind. So my expectations were kind of shifted because of all the negativity towards it.
I just wish
But
it was a cohesive storyline. That's my whole point with it. Like, I don't necessarily hate the characters. It's just the story they're telling is all over the.
right, it's like you didn't have
And
to
at
like
the
throw
same
away
time,
everything they tried to
and this
set up.
and at the same time they're destroying the what was already established. How can you rewrite history? How can you rewrite a whole new story and your current story is shit?
Right, like that one thing that I saw that you had posted from before about that person now
Yeah.
being able to do this.
Yep. So,
I was
but
like, is
yeah,
that
we
necessary?
gonna have a long discussion about Star Wars after Rise of Skywalker.
Shit, after this
We
podcast,
yeah we might that whole episode whatever that Wednesday is we're gonna
yeah,
discussion. It's gonna be all about Star Wars.
yeah,
God damn it.
it's a lot. It's a lot. Um,
But
Wait, what Wednesday?
the Wednesday after Rise of Skywalker comes out.
I might have to skip that segment because I don't see it until a week after.
Uh, well,
Since
with the following
everybody
week.
in St. Louis decided to want to see it too.
The following week, whenever it.
them niggas got time to go see a movie? Ain't they like too busy surviving?
Um,
Huh?
if we're done making
Huh?
fun of our friends in St. Louis, Missouri,
East
I
St.
did
Louis.
have.
I don't. Nope.
That's where you stay, right?
Nowhere
Did you
near.
have Did you have anything else, Chef? Because I had one thing that kind of popped up. I forgot about. That's kind of a rapid fire segment.
No, that was the only
Okay.
other shits.
So one entry I had. So the makers of Black Desert Online recently announced 4 new IPs that they're working on. Um, and I will give you the links to those. It's gonna be in the podcast channel. Um,
Holy shit! 4 new games.
yeah,
Damn.
this is kind of like not a roadmap, but this is kind of they kind of showed what they're working on. Um, the main one that they're working on is called Crimson Desert, and apparently we don't know too much about it yet. But like, I guess it's all 4 of these are MMORPGs. But this particular one, Crimson Desert, is a prequel to Black Desert, and it's going to be PVE single player campaign focused with PvP endgame because Black Desert's kind of known for its PvP, or that's what they market it as, like an open world sandbox PvP MMO. So this is supposed to be like the prequel to that, um, with different characters, new characters that you follow. Again, it's kind of single player driven, and it's a whole new engine. So like apparently all this is like ripped straight from the game
This
from
shit
what
look
they have so far.
nice.
Yeah, it's fucking intense. Like if nothing else, Black Desert is probably one of the most graphically gorgeous games for its genre that I've ever seen, and this expands on it. Um, so that was one property that they're working on. The other ones they're working on is kind of like it's also an MMO, but it's like a third-person shooter. Um, it's called what is it called? Plan 8. Yeah, Plan 8.
Is that a code name or the actual title?
That's the actual title, I think.
Okay.
They got a trailer for this too. Um, sorry, I'm gonna hit y'all with these at a rapid clip here. So yeah, there's that, and then there's also this one. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's kind of like kid friendly or family friendly, I guess. It would look like it was made by Nintendo, but it's also an MMO or whatever. Um, I really couldn't say much about that because I wasn't really interested in it. And then the
Oh, that's
last
a
game,
whole jet. All right.
yeah, and then the last game they have is Shadow Arena, which actually is interesting because this is Shadow Arena is a battle royale game that originally was a mode inside Black Desert, but after some balance issues and some other things they were working on, they decided to make it its own separate game. So they're actually coming out with the closed beta for this. I actually signed up for it. That starts tomorrow. Um, and this is pretty much the same mode that they had in Black Desert, but just they've kind of fine tuned it. And it actually looks kind of cool. Um, it's kind of set in the Black Desert universe. Yeah, where the different classes. What I think is cool on it, because like I've always said, like Black Desert has some kind of interesting lore if you kind of look into it. And what's nice about this is that they actually take NPCs from the Black Desert game and put them as playable in this in Shadow Arena, and they represent the different classes that you can play. It's actually kind of cool. Like I'm actually kind of excited to give it a try. So, um, yeah, this particular dev, if nothing else, their games look good. So,
This
kind of have
Plan
they kind of have a
8 joint look heat.
Yeah, that shit look crispy,
This
bro.
joint look
Yeah.
heat.
Yeah, I haven't. They haven't really said too much about it past this trailer. But yeah, it does look
Yo,
interesting.
what? That shield throw, bro?
Yo.
On some Captain America shit, dog?
They
Yeah.
must
Okay.
they must be making bank off of Black Desert to be
Yeah,
developing
because here's the
more
thing.
games.
Because so the dev is called Pearl Abyss, and they've kind of been. They kind of have like they're. If you ask me, they're a good dev. Like their hearts are in the right place to doing stuff. But they kind of have some pay to win business practices at times. So like microtransactions
Lucky.
they can be kind of not out of control, but they can be kind of excessive. But I mean, you look at what they put the money into. This is what they're making with the money that we spend. So it's like, so yeah, Plan 8 looks good, and then the if you want to pull up the
No.
trailer for Shadow Arena, yeah, again, this is like their battle royale game. Like, I'm willing to try it. Like, I'm gonna be in the closed beta. I'm gonna try the closed beta tomorrow.
That
So
genre's dead to me.
it for the most part it is because it's all dominated by Fortnite, but
Mhm.
you know, and Apex.
And
But
Pub
yeah,
is a close third.
I mean, it's a different coat of paint, and plus, like I said, like it's Black Desert related, so like it already has my attention. And I was watching some gameplay, like some BDO streamers were in Korea to kind of showcase an early build of the game, and it looks fun. Like it doesn't look as like long and drawn out as BR games tend to be. Like it looks like very fast paced, which has my attention. So and I've always tried to put people on to try at least trying Black Desert. Like this, it looks very reminiscent of the combat for like this. Like this is how you play the game.
Let's go ahead and let the people know how many hours you.
So I have on Black Desert Online, I probably have, well, not probably, I have between 5,000 and 10,000 hours on the game.
Bruh.
And I only know because they give out rewards. It's a milestone for if you have logged 5,000 hours of game time. And there's a lot of AFK activities too. So like I guarantee like half of that time is AFK stuff. Like right now, I have the game open. I'm just doing AFK fishing. But yeah, I have between 5,000 and 10,000 hours on Black Desert. So, and the reason why I keep playing is because the combat is so fast and fluid and it looks great. So, and then this VR game looks like more of that, but it's in a closed arena. So, I'm willing to give it a try. So usually I don't fuck with VR games, but I'm willing to give this one a try.
True.
But yeah,
This.
that's it.
I was like, I don't know if I can pick up BDO again, but
If Crimson Desert is campaign driven, then yes, I will probably give that one
I'm
a try.
definitely gonna pick up.
And then Plan 8.
I'm
Planet
definitely
8,
picking
yeah,
up
that
Plan
shit
8.
look-
I'm
Yeah,
definitely
I
picking
think-
up Plan 8.
I think they said they're gonna have more info on all these games at E3, so just keep an eye out for them. Keep an eye out
Plan
for
8
them
is
when
definitely
E3.
getting picked up, bro. Definitely getting
Disgusting
picked
place
up.
to be at.
Yeah. So yeah. So keep an eye out for them at E3, Pearl Abyss. So
Crimson Desert looking heat, and Plan 8 is looking fire.
Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna look out for those.
Most definitely. Alright.
but yeah, that's all I had for that.
Alright. Well, we'll be looking at our time. 2
It's been
hours,
2.5 hours,
25.
bruh.
Yeah.
Skip to the life.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have anything on anime. I mean, our shows are this week or today.
You trying to
But,
watch it
you know.
after? Or?
Yeah, I got to see if they're up first, but yeah, we can just move right to the
Alright,
live
bet that.
section.
Alright, bet that. Alright, so we're just gonna go down the line, starting with uh, we'll start with Blitz and just go down like that. Blitz,
Mhm.
how you doing, my man?
I'm drinking water.
Yay.
I feel
So
that.
you good?
So you good?
Mhm.
Exactly.
I feel that.
Drink more water.
What was your first car?
My first car? Ooh, that's easy. It was a 1987 Honda Prelude. It was the first car my dad had when he immigrated over to this country, and he kept it for as long as he possibly could. I remember that car sitting in our garage when I was a kid, up until my teenage years, and that car got me through my first 3 years of college. So
Hey,
shout out to Honda because that shit was chugging along. My mom wanted my dad to get rid of that shit for years, and he finally did. Probably like in 2011 or so, probably. he had to scrap because we just couldn't afford to sink any more money into it. Because it was around for like he's had that car for like a good 20 years, bro.
Yikes.
So shout out to Honda for making resilient vehicles
Yeah,
because
very reliable.
that shit lasted a long
vehicles.
time.
Yeah,
So yep, that was my first car.
I feel that. Feel that. All right, Aaron. What about you? What was your first car?
92 Toyota.
What was so special about your first car?
Uh, it was a family car. My father had it before he like swapped it out. I think my mom was driving it for a while. Then I got my turn at it. Well, yeah, eventually, like, well, my older sister got a chance to drive that around. Then I eventually got my chance. Got passed around to like the rest of like my sister's like family when they came up, and it's still like chugging along. It doesn't seem like it has too much like time left with us, but it's been here.
I feel
Old Bessie.
that. All right.
Wait, you said it's still there?
It's still over at their yard.
That's
Damn.
crazy. Does it still
92.
run, or is it just kind of kept for
It's still
sentimental values?
it's still right. It's like kind of both. Like every time like they take it out, it's like the next week they have to like to get it taken to a shop.
Bruh.
So now it's just like sat in front
Damn.
of the
Yeah,
it's
that
sat in
sounded
front
like
of their
my car.
garage.
Yeah, that sounded like my car. The later years, we had to get a new paint job. We had to get the rust off. We had to get new tires. We had to get
Just
new
the hubcaps
everything.
and shit.
Yep,
Yikes.
yep, I remember
Like
those
like where
days.
we even lose this at?
I feel that.
Chef, what about you? What was your first car?
What,
You good? What happened?
bruh?
It's
The
gonna be
Golden
okay.
State, the Golden State Warriors. So we all
Oh,
know
never
that
mind.
they're all hurt,
Damn.
right? They
Right.
only they
Damn.
only they only dressed 8 players because that's literally all they have.
Oh
They lost
no.
by 48 points tonight.
Holy shit.
I'm glad. I'm happy.
Here
I hope.
we
I hope they
come
fall.
142 to
to the
94. Yeah,
end
it's the end of an
of
era,
the
man. Them
road.
Wasn't as
niggas.
bad as that one game where somebody got 50 ball.
Who got
Wait, that
50
isn't
ball?
50. God damn.
No, that
Somebody got
reminds.
50 ball recently, fam. The Clippers.
The
Was
Clippers
one
got
of them
50
said it?
balled?
The
Oh,
Hawks.
Kawhi
The
was.
Hawks.
Oh. I
The
was like,
Hawks got fucking 50 ball by the Clippers, bro.
What,
That
what
shit
was
was
Trey
crazy.
Young doing? Oh yeah, he
Uh,
hurt, ain't he?
no, I thought he was. Oh, he is hurt.
damn.
Thought he was.
It's carrying.
Yeah, 101 and 150 was that final score, yeah.
Yikes. Dick, what? 50 in an
Yes.
NBA game?
Yes. They
And it's
allowed
not like
150.
1980s rules, right?
They allowed 150, bro. Paul George had 37 on him. And that was when Kawhi Leonard wasn't even in there. Load management type shit.
Yeah, I think he's back tonight though.
Hey,
But anyway,
trip.
we're back to cars.
Yeah,
I
Chef,
thought I'd just throw that nugget in there.
what was your first car, my man?
I had a 2001 Mazda Protege LX, a whole bucket. Feel me? Rest on the
Oh.
back ends. You talking about? The shit was running nice though. I had to fix the catalytic converter.
Ooh,
Had
I
to
know
do
that
a
one.
tune up on some shits. Had to get new tires on it. Then that bitch just clanked out on me.
Yeah,
Damn.
Heated.
yeah, her backbone can't take it no more.
It was actually the back of the car too. Shit was crazy.
Yeah.
I was heated going into work. That shit happened when I just walked into work too.
Yeah, I hate
Or
that shit.
driving to work. So I had to go ahead and cop a new one. But yeah, the Mazda Protege.
Bruh, I remember I couldn't take my car on the freeway for a time because it couldn't go over 50 miles an hour because something with the
Yo.
engine was so fucked up, and I couldn't afford to fix it.
Yo.
But I had to take the freeway to get back to because I was going from work back to school when I was living on campus when I was in college. So I was like, I mean, I gotta take the freeway. I can't get like.
$1,000 sign-on bonus. I'm sorry.
But yeah, these
Yo.
I'm
old
about to
cars,
get
they
this
be
bread, yo.
When
they
I
be
Boys.
do
going till they can't go no more.
when I get that test drive, bro, I'm definitely test driving that shit, bro. Make sure the steering good. I make sure that drink going up to however high it can go.
What year? What year is the car you about to buy?
It's a 1989 Mercedes-Benz 300 SC.
Yikes, bruh.
Don't let that steering
How
wheel
you getting?
shake.
How you about to buy a car that's older than you?
Hey, listen, bro. I like vintage cars, bro. I love
I
vintage
guess.
cars.
Don't let that steering wheel shake.
I like vintage cars, bro.
All right, bro. What'd you say, Chef?
I said don't let that steering wheel shake.
Oh, nah. Oh, when you talking about braking?
No, I'm talking about just driving in general.
Oh,
Yeah,
When your shit start ratting or shaking and wobbling, it's GG.
Yeah.
Yep.
If I test drive it and it has like all those other problems, I'm probably
I
not
mean,
gonna
it's
get it.
probably not gonna be perfect. 'Cause what you said, you said it needs like
Yeah,
a radiator,
yeah,
right?
new radiator and probably new tires just 'cause it's been sitting so long.
Yeah. So you're already kind of a radiator's not ideal. I guess it could be worse. At least
Yeah,
issue.
at least there's nothing wrong with like
Is it
the
stick?
engine, huh?
Is it stick shift
Nah,
or is
nah,
it automatic?
it's
Okay.
automatic. It's automatic.
Who you taking with you to go cop the car?
Um, I was about to say my
Man, he
mom
didn't even
for
think
some
about that.
reason. Nah, I did. I was about to say my mom for some reason, but I'm taking my friend Harrison.
Is he a
Oh,
mechanic?
He basically is. I don't know why he doesn't have a job as a mechanic, but
No, because I was gonna say you gotta take a mechanic with you to look at the car, and then
yeah.
whatever I forgot what that tool is called, the check engine light tool thingy.
hmm
Yep.
Make
Do
sure
all
old
that.
dude selling you the car ain't get rid of that check engine light before he sell you the car.
yeah,
Yeah, I was just gonna say. Yeah, because
'Cause
I took my dad because my dad isn't so he's good with cars. So you got to make sure you got to have like someone who's car savvy with you when you go inspect and test drive and all that stuff.
yeah,
yeah,
so you get the full report on it.
Have him look under the hood. Have him check under the car. Jack it up. Have him look under there. You gotta make sure. Yeah.
yeah. I
Just something to look out for. That's because that's what happened with my protege. Dude that sold it to me, he cleared the check engine light when he sold it to me, and then it popped up like 2 days later when I was driving
oof.
Yeah.
that mug.
He's like, hey yo, what the fuck?
It was only like 800 for the car, so
uh,
Yeah.
I mean, I know the dude selling it. Like I've known him for like a hot minute, so I would think he won't do no grimy shit like that. But
probably not.
yeah,
Yeah, you gotta be. Oh, we said it's someone you know, right?
yeah. I
Yeah.
know of him, and I'm really good friends with his brother, like both of his brothers. So
Yeah.
yeah,
But I even like I'm sure he would understand his protocol. You got to make sure everything's on the up and up.
yeah. I like ran it down. I was like, listen, bro, I'm gonna do a test drive and everything, and then, yeah, yo,
Trust but verify.
that nigga dropped 200 for the price. I was like, let's go. That was a whole steal for for a
Yeah.
Benz.
Help you
That's a
with that
whole
sales tax.
Yeah.
yo. Especially
Especially
when
for
I gotta go
Mercedes,
to the
because
DMV.
yeah, especially for Mercedes, because them shits are the maintenance costs are higher than others since technically it's a luxury brand,
Yeah.
regardless of year.
So I was about, man, I can't wait to see that car, bro. Oh my god. But yeah, goats. What's your first car you got?
2004
Oh
Infinity
shit.
G35, and I'd rather not. I'm not
All
gonna lie.
right.
Damn.
Damn.
Wait,
I didn't
Infinity
even
what?
hear the
Oh,
model.
sorry, G35.
Oh,
G35.
G35. You don't want to talk about it, bro?
I miss her, bro. That's all.
Oh, oh man.
You had some
You
good
had some good
times.
times in there, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I think I know where he's going.
What
Yep.
times?
You was wanting up them seats.
Hey boy,
Hey,
man,
bro.
Hey,
You
The
hey,
was.
go.
seats is
Hey,
leather, so nothing never got
hey,
stuck. You feel
yeah,
me?
my man.
Oh my
Hey, his
god.
post game was on point in there. I feel you. Yeah. Back him
Yes,
down.
sir.
Back him down. Go post him up.
Yes, sir.
I feel that.
I can't relate.
what you getting again, Kabachi?
A Mercedes. Hold on. Let me.
Mercedes. Okay.
Yeah, Mercedes Benz 300 SE. 1989. The interior is like that old vintage look with the wood accents and leather. Fucking with it, bro. Fucking with it.
Yo, my grandpa still got two old ass Cadillacs sitting in his driveway, bro. And them shit still work.
Does he
Them
work on
shit
them?
yeah, he likes to work on his cars.
Yeah.
Them Cadillacs old as shit, but they still work, bro. Shit is crazy. You probably got one of them cars that you finna that got like the authentic steel on it too.
Yeah.
Oh,
You ever get
me?
into it?
If it's
Yeah,
never,
them
if
old
it,
ass
yeah, if
cars
it's
that
Yeah,
never
got
been.
real steel.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why they're so heavy.
Yeah.
So, nigga hit my car. It's gonna be a wrap for him.
He said he dead.
That plastic
I
going.
mean, your car's gonna get fucked up too.
I
But yeah.
mean, yeah, I'm gonna have to get a whole new car. He can probably just repair his drink, but you know.
If he can walk afterwards.
You don't get
Yeah, I was
you
like, he
gonna get
gonna
you
feel
gonna
it.
get insurance or I wonder what the insurance rate's
Yeah,
gonna be on that shit.
yeah. I was talking to my
Shit's gonna be
mom
high.
today. I mean, I'm a teenager and I'm a male and I'm black, so
I
And
mean,
it's a
I
vintage
had a
car,
very
so
good
it's
deal
like
on my shit.
yeah.
think I was paying like 70 a month for my Mazda.
I don't know how much is gonna be.
I don't know what your insurance rates like are in the DMV, but Michigan, they are fucked, yo. Like I think I pay like 150 for mine.
I'm gonna have to pay the difference. So
Michigan's got I
however
think
high
some
it
of the
go for my
worst
mom.
insurance rates in the country. Yo, it's fucked up. Oh, cause we're the Motor City. Fuck y'all.
You can't combine on your mother's plan?
What you mean?
Oh, you mean him or me?
Yeah, Kenpachi.
I'm not sure. She
Yeah,
just
you
said
might
we
have.
was
Yeah,
gonna
you
have to
might. Yeah, you
pay
might. Yeah, you might because
the
you can
difference.
save if you bundle your home if she's got home insurance and you can just bundle auto with it too. You can save some money there.
I'll
A lot.
probably talk with her with that. But yeah, I was like, hey, I mean, just me working alone, I can probably cop the car before the end of the year. So that's why I was
Yeah.
like, you know, I need a car since I'm not trying to spend $30 for Uber every day. And then the damn car takes premium gas, so I was like, you know what?
Oh yeah, you got that too. The
Yeah.
Mercedes is a pre. Yeah,
So I
you be
was like,
paying a little bit more for gas. Yeah.
yeah. So I was like, you know what? I don't think we ever gonna have a full tank of gas, so I don't know.
Oh yeah, I don't. I definitely don't. I drive an Infinity, and that's technically a luxury
Yeah,
brand. I
that is
have to
definitely
pay for
luxury.
premium gas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never have a full tank of gas. I always put $20 in every time. No more, no less.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not going over 30, bro. This is not me. Even if my check was looking beefy, no, nope,
Nope.
nope.
Yeah, I
That's
gotta
going
make sure
to
I
a
got money.
video game or something. Nope, it's not going to gas.
My gas bill, because I let my shit auto, but it never goes over 25. I think once it went to 27, but it never goes over 25.
What, $25?
Yeah, my Nissan, it's really good with gas. So
That's cool. How long have you had that car?
Lucky you.
So I
a
think I
year,
remember when you got it.
a year.
Oh yeah, you did. What did you have before that?
The Mazda.
Yeah,
That was the
yeah,
electric.
Oh, so
I
that
remember
joint.
it.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
when it
that was
finally.
recent.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember that joint too because I think he was in. Yeah, because you were on the way to work. You were talking about it in the Discord. I remember that.
yeah, that shit was
Dang.
big. I'm like, fuck it, I'm finna get
Yeah,
just a
old
new car, bro.
old Betty Lou couldn't do it no more.
Damn, she was like, hey, I'm gonna get you to work, but I can't, take you back
I
home.
can't bring you back.
Yeah.
On some what's it called shit. Oh damn, on some going Mary shit.
Nah, because I was
Alright.
already putting more money than I paid for the car into the repairs. I'm like, no,
That's
I'm,
when you
I'm
know.
putting
Yeah,
that
That's
money
when you
that's
in. I'm
know
when
about
you
it's.
to
gotta
just,
stop.
That's when you know it's time. It's time to
yeah,
stop. That's when
I'm
you
about to
know.
just get another car.
It's the end of
Of
the
the road.
road.
Alright, and I think that's the end of the podcast. So, Blitz, closing words, my man.
Boy, I can't wait for Monday, November 25th. New game, new life.
Hey,
Soul Cal
man.
6. And make sure to buy it on Humble Bundle, like Aaron said.
What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. Uh, Chef. I mean, Aaron, I'm fucking stupid.
Hi.
What's your
Hoa.
closing words, my man?
Play what you like to play.
Huh?
Play the games you like to play. Life's
Hey,
too short.
I
that
feel
is
that.
true. That is true.
There's
Chef.
Pokemon,
Oh,
Monster Girl Island. There you go.
I'm telling you, Aaron,
how
just
you gonna
for
say
free.
Monster Girl Island? You even finished the
I'm
game,
telling you,
bro.
Aaron, just go past the crab mission and look past all the. Yeah, but
Nah, don't look past nothing.
if you finish it, I think you'll be happy with the game for what you paid for it, which
He
is
gonna
nothing.
like the bridge scene. He the type of nigga that like the bridge scene.
I
Hey,
mean,
does
I don't.
anybody want to be a reference for my job?
Hey, I got you, bro.
I can be sure.
Bet.
We'll
Yeah,
communicate offline.
yeah,
I bet.
yeah. But yeah, Aaron, you gonna like the bridge scene when you get to it, my man. Trust.
Shit is like gone from my library.
Oh my god. All right.
Go get it.
I'm,
Go
I'm,
get it
I'm
back.
looking for it. Yeah.
Just make sure your
Door
search
is closed.
filters are off,
Make sure your door closed.
because otherwise it won't show up.
Ooh.
All right.
But yeah,
Chef, what about you, my man? What's your closing words? Where the Titanic at?
My Steam no longer works.
Oh.
You don't.
No.
Damn. What happened to it? Or
Maybe it was that
Yeah,
update.
it had to be. I force closed it because my library. This actually been happening before the update. My library never shows up when I wanted to, so I got to force close it to restart it, and then it shows up. So I did it this time, but now it doesn't want to. It never wants to boot up again.
did you uninstall and reinstall?
Yes,
What?
and it still didn't fix it. So I'll just wait. I have nothing on Steam I need to play anyway. because I'm on my PS4 anyway. So yeah,
Monster
closing
Drawing's about to be
statement is
VR
game is
as
still
well.
ass.
Yeah, but I'm not buying a VR
I ain't
headset.
buying
I'm not.
that.
I'm not that dedicated to that.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
thinking I
so-
could hook it up with Steam Link and my Google Cardboard.
Oh my
There you go.
god, yo.
Oh, Google hit. They got some hits.
Yeah,
The
until they
search
don't.
engine, Cardboard.
Stay. Oh wait.
Um,
Oh my god.
Y'all niggas,
Gmail
man.
hitting.
I
Stop.
mean, they are my preferred search engine, but they just can't make a game streaming platform. That's
Yeah.
all. That's all it is.
They need to keep with the
Just-
search engine.
I hear their phones are kind of cool. I hear the Pixels. I
Oh,
thought about
true.
it, but Samsung's never steered me wrong, so I'm good.
Yeah.
Kenpachi, you ever tried to use XSplit?
No, I've heard of it though, but nah.
Okay.
But yeah, was that it for you, Chef? Those are closing words.
Yeah, Steam is ass. Yes.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Darth Johanse, your closing words, sir.
Respawn, drop the Sith game. Drop the fucking Sith game. I'm trying
Do
to choke
it.
niggas out.
Facts.
Do it, cowards.
Facts.
And until then, everybody go play Fallen Order because it's honestly good. There's some hiccups, but that shit is fire. That's
Hey,
it.
it's an honest review. Kenpachi, Emissary of the Void, closing words.
Why'd you just talk to yourself? That was fucking weird.
Hey, I'd
Oh,
be
yeah,
doing
he's
that.
talking in third person. Oh,
I'd be
boy.
doing it.
Oh God.
I go work tomorrow. My boss.
How about that Best Buy joint?
Yo,
Mm-mm.
fuck Best Buy. That's
What-
on
what they do?
baby. They
What
gave
they do
up
to
my
you?
Geek Squad position.
Oh,
They didn't
damn.
hit me back for 3 weeks. Then when I get a new job, they hit me back like, "Oh, yo, we want you." And I'll be like, "Yo, my availability ain't the same since you didn't want to hit me up for 3 weeks." And it's like, "Oh, well, we already gave your position up anyway. So how about you do this?" I was like, "You know what? No."
No.
So yeah,
Nah.
Did you leave that job?
I did.
Wow, that didn't last long. What, a week?
It was a day to be honest, but
Oh, fair enough.
yeah, cause I went in. I wonder if I'm still gonna be compensated for my time. I probably
You
not.
you legally have to be if you
Yeah, I
work.
was gonna say
I mean, I went
So-
in. They said they were
that
gonna.
one day where you did paperwork, right?
Yeah.
You finished that day, right? You didn't leave or anything?
I mean, they were. I asked her, "Can I leave?" and she said yes. So I was like, I left.
Yeah, I mean, if you so yeah, you have to legally they have to
Yeah.
compensate you
So
for that.
I'm a vegan.
You'll probably get like $25.
Yeah, it was like the pay is like 12 something. And I'm getting paid for 2 hours.
Yeah, so
Yeah. So
watch out for that withholding tax.
yeah, I'm gonna swing on one of them niggas, yo. 'Cause
Oh,
they-
so you getting what was that? 12, 2, 24. Oh, you finna get 7.
$7? What'd
I
you
mean,
say,
the
Chef?
withholding tax is probably like $3, so you'll probably get like $21
Oh, okay.
or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, okay, but
As gas money.
I'm gonna set that aside. But yeah. Those wasn't my closing words though. Closing words were be grateful. Be grateful for the stuff that's around you, because it may not be around you for the rest of your life. So yeah. Love thy neighbor, but fuck thy neighbor at the same time, because we all need to die. Bye.
Especially if she bad.
Fuck them neighbors, bro. They, you know what I'm saying? They want to try something. They gonna pre these.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
for them
hey,
niggas.
yo,
yeah,
hey.
yeah, yeah. For them niggas. Yeah, I got it, Blitz. I got it.
Yeah,
For them
dude.
niggas that's bothered my man Chef Moms. Yo, on BD, y'all niggas don't stop fucking around, bro. I ain't playing around, bro. Y'all, hey, I see you.
They wilding up there, bro. I caught the
Hey.
glimpse of the white man. I know what the white man looked like. I don't know what his
Hey,
female companion.
I'm
Wait,
on
what
my,
they doing,
I'm
bro?
on my Liam Neeson shit. All y'all white niggas, watch out.
My mother thinks they intentionally making noise now because she complained to the leasing office that they was making noise, and she think they liven it up there. Now that
Oh, we
they
could
caught
scrap
wind.
up. This whatever.
Yo, it
Y'all
ain't
better
nothing.
leave. Y'all better leave Mama Chef alone. We got a
You know what I'm
whole
saying?
Listen,
squad
bro.
of people that will pull up.
Listen, bro.
I'll turn
They
crazy.
don't know Gen 1, bro.
Boom.
We'll start a race war. Fuck it.
All right, I'm
Yo,
gonna stop
I'm
streaming.
with the
I'ma
race